Yes, guys, and welcome back to the Irish Hotspur for your watch along as our pursuit of the Carabao Cup starts tonight at Craven Cottage in round 2. And Ange Postecoglou has gone with a lot of changes, as you can see on the screen. The starting lineup is as Forrester in goals. Emerson Royal comes in for Porro at right back. Sanchez comes in for Romero at centre back, alongside Mickey van de Ven, who retains his place, with Ben Davies coming in at left back as captain. Interesting choice there. With Højbjerg, Skip and Lo Celso in the middle, so that's Papa Matasar, Madison and Basuma all rested, with Solomon and Perisic up front, which means Kulu and Son have been rested, with Richarlison as the out-and-out striker. Jack, how are you, my man, and what's your initial thoughts on the lineup, lad?
Yeah, Dave, I feel like we were pretty accurate on some of this, some of the changes that Postecoglou would go for. At the same time, we also had some howlers, maybe in the case of Sonny. We thought Sonny was actually going to be included in the lineup. We thought Ange would go with his main captain. We also maybe thought that Romero was vice captains and keep a little solidity there. And then Solomonster, I'm looking forward to a debut from him today. He's going to actually get his start and get an actual, some time on the pitch to see what sort of impact he can make. Dave, I am getting a delivery, though, at this moment in time. It might be Pedro the Porro trying to deliver, some post at this moment. Do you mind if I get that quickly?
Say that again?
Dave, I have to pick up some post. There's a postman, I think, is outside.
Off you go. Yeah, look, for me, just my initial thoughts on the lineup first. Look, I think it's a big call bringing in Fraser Forrester. I thought Vicario, I would have liked to seen him there for his ball playing ability. I do fear that Fulham might look to press us with that back line, and can we still play out with the same effectiveness in the same way as we do when we've got our starting 11 starting. So it'll be very interesting to see on that regard whether we can or not. But look, Royal I'm happy with. I think, look, likeness for likeness there, to be honest with you. I think Emerson Royal is good defensively. He's shown that he can play that inverted role. He's decent on the ball. So look, when it comes to Emerson Royal, I'm okay with. When it comes to Davinson Sanchez, for me, this is a big call. I get people are saying he looks like a different player since Ange Postecoglou has come in. I'd argue he looks better than the player he was. However, does that still make him good enough to be playing for Tottenham Hotspur? I'm not so sure on that, but he's in there tonight. Let's give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. Mickey van de Ven retaining his place. I think, look, he has to. We don't really have cover on that left-sided centre-back at all. So I think that's why he retains his place. But Davies at left back as captain. Very interesting choice as captain. I think that's purely because he wants to be here over someone like Højbjerg, who is maybe looking for a route out. But I am worried about that back line, I will not lie. As for the midfield with Højbjerg, Skip and Lo Celso, I wonder, will we play a 4-2-3-1 tonight with Lo Celso sort of in there as the cam? Because look, Skip, I don't fancy him as a number 8 whatsoever, and it'd be interesting to see whether he can do the job to help down that right-hand side, what Sarr was offering us as well. That's a very important role on that side, so it's a big night for Ollie Skip tonight. He has to be good on the ball and going forward for us, but also has to realise that he has to cover that right-hand side the same way that Papa Matasar has been doing it. And then, look, the three up front, sticking with Richarlison, I think, is the big call there tonight. Sonny rested. But look, it's a chance for Big Rich to bag a couple and let us all do the pigeon dances, Jacko.
Yeah, we've been practicing these pigeon dances, relentlessly. We're trying to get them right, and we just want to be able to unleash them. We might even, do one preemptively, because who knows? Richarlison's known for an offsides here and there, but let's see how he can, perform tonight. I like the persistence in him. I like the fact that Spurs as well just seem to have, this overall confidence in him, and I believe even Ange said recently, it's a bit too panicky, from some of the media. He said, he would have concerns, if it was sort of 20 minutes, or sorry, not 20 minutes, or 20 matches, into it, and he still didn't score. That's when he said he would start to worry a bit more about it. But by the looks of things, I think the confidence in Richarlison seems to be there. What kind of let me down just quickly on him, Dave, last time was I thought he had a really good first half. And I think people really seem to have forgotten that because of how poorly he played in the second half. But I think the reason he played so poorly in the second half was because he got so down on himself for missing that one opportunity after all of his good work. And I just think as a striker, it's just you can't really be doing that. Strikers are actually supposed to be the most confident usually of players. They're supposed to be guys that sort of can miss a few chances, but they'll still have the same mentality for the next one. They always back themselves. They always are kind of cool and collected. So I think that's what Richarlison needs, is to sort of back himself even when he misses a chance that he knows another is going to come, and just let all the other things sort of go well with it, because that's what frustrated me was the moment that he missed that one good chance, he kind of got so down on himself, and then his game completely changed. So let's hope that doesn't see, let's hope not to see that last this time. Let's hope that he changes that around. But I'm looking forward to seeing how Big Rich performs today, especially if I believe Dave is Perry sauce into the team. Is that correct? So his delivery is actually going to go into, some dangerous areas when you think about it, when you have Richarlison kind of lurking in that penalty area.
Look, this is the part I'm most excited about seeing tonight, Jacko, is how effective this is, how much more effective is the system towards Richarlison with a right foot on the right side and a left foot on the left side. Because, look, I'd argue that, when you've got Son and Kulu constantly cutting inside, you're making life very, very difficult for the striker. Unless that ball's coming from the number 8 or one of them midfielders, Richarlison doesn't really have anything to get on the end of, because everyone wants to cut back inside. So tonight is a true test for Richarlison, and if he doesn't do it tonight, there's no hiding places from him, because the argument is, with players playing on their preferred foot on the right side, it's about getting balls into the box. So now it's a case of Richarlison being in the box and getting themselves into positions where he can get on the end of them. But tonight, it's a huge test of him, because if he doesn't do it in this system with wingers that I think are playing that will favour him, then there's no hiding places. There's nowhere to hide from Richarlison. Tonight's a big night. This can either make him or this will break him. Mark my words.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any other kind of thoughts you had on the lineup, Dave, before we get to all the lovely members in the chat? And I'm also seeing Sonny right now. They're showing some highlights of him, balling against Bournemouth. I'm looking forward to see if he, has to come off the bench. I'd like to see maybe Sonny be given some minutes, but at the same time, last seasons, before, we've had to see guys come on and have to save us in these games. So let's hopefully, that doesn't have to happen this time. But Dave, any kind of final thoughts on the lineup before we get to some of the chat here?
No, let's well, actually, another one, Højbjerg and Skip. We'll find out tonight who should really be kept around over the final few days of the window as well. Who offers more to this midfield and who suits the system better. So let's see what happens on that. But look, Jack, let's welcome in the people. They're excited for a cup run.
Yeah, let's welcome him in. Big Mike, welcome to Fan Show membership. Big up to you, Big Mike. And then Shafai Sajad. I think Dave did it better than me last time, Shafai. But big up to you, my man. Welcome to the Flat Cap membership. John's in the house. Good to see you, John. Hopefully you're keeping well. Vince Vega's in here. 10-0 to the you-know-who's. Big up to you, Vince Vega. Top man.
I want some.
David Hall is in here as well, member to the David Army. Come on, you Spurs. Big up the whole crew. Big up to you, David Hall, my friend. Ribsy85 is in the house. Let's go. Come on, you Spurs. Hey, picks up to you, Ribsy.
I was
Hopefully
that wedding last week,
well.
by the way. I was the wedding last week. Big up, Ribsy.
Ribsy, when were, sort of feeling like it, if at any stage tonight, or at any stage in the near future, my man, I would love to hear some or see some fan cams coming from you, for the rest of the members. I feel like people would love to hear what you have to say. Big up to you, as well as Lazy 8 is in the house. He says, I am trepidations, mostly about Ben Davies. That rhymes.
Look, it's a big call to change the back line the way he has, but look, it'll be a true test, whether or not we have the strength in depth to cross that back line, right? Whether the likes of Sanchez and Davies have changed, or will they end up reverting to type? It could be that Postecoglou's putting it out there tonight, to maybe show the board that, look, we do need to sort of get a hurry on and get another centre back in here. Who knows?
And Nick also has a late one at work tonight, Dave. Would you recommend, any takeaway for him, in case he's, getting out pretty late and Spurs end up, getting a good win? Recommend any takeaway?
Do you know what, Nick? If we win tonight, I'm feeling it's a kebab night, my man. So if you've got any good kebab shops on your way home, definitely stop in and get a nice doner, lad. Oh.
I think you just might have... Say that again, Dave. You might have freezed, at least on my end.
I was going to say, Nick, if there's any nice kebab shops on the way home, stop in and get a doner, lad. A feast of champions. That's what's on the cards tonight, my man.
Oh, Dave, you're making me too tempted, just to hopefully take all the whatever cash I have, go back to Berlin, for a nice doner kebab. Absolute, glorious over there. Stevie Webb's in here. Good to see you, Stevie Webb. Hi, David Jack. Just seeing the lineup for tonight's game. I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit apprehensive about the back line. I honestly thought we would have started with a stronger team. Yeah, I don't think people expected Sanchez to come into things. Also, because we might have thought his future was still in doubt, right? And if his future is in doubt, then why would you really play him? What's the benefit of it? I remember Brain saying that earlier in the pre-match build-up. And also, too, if this could mean then Sanchez is actually here to stay. And I guess there's talking points about that. Will Spurs really invest in actually more center backs, even though we kind of want them to? Big up to you, though, Stevie Webb. Robbie Keane's in the house. That's exactly the lineup that I predicted before the manager, the manager is very smart by still putting Richie up front. I've got a feeling he will score goals tonight. I also have a feeling, Robbie Keane, I've been keeping the faith. I've been running with my Richarlison kid on around Prospect Park, and hopefully at some stage that does do me well, and get the rewards for it. Tyler's in the house, worried about this lineup, but full trust in Ange. Hope this isn't the same old shit cup performances from the B team. That's something that no manager has been able to overcome, is the mentality of the players. Even though we've seen, sometimes strong lineups even picked in these games, certain players just don't really either treat the competition with enough respect, or the fact that they even see themselves in any way as sort of B team, sort of roles. They seem to our quality. We absolutely shouldn't be. And it's always been a real frustration of mine. It's been a frustration of David's. And, I've seen Thanksgivings, ruined, with NS Mura, and things like that. I mean, being dramatic, not like the Thanksgiving was ruined, but at least for a few hours of it, seeing us lose to NS Mura was, shocking. And some of the easiest of teams, we've slipped up against. I even remember Leslie Crawford saying, remember Colchester. We don't want to remember Colchester, Leslie, but it's a good shout. It's an important lesson. Big up to you, Stevie Webb. Good to see you, my friend. Warriors in here. Dark Sun G with the super chat. And he says, come on, you Spurs. Love the lineup and the bench. And going all in. I think probably what Dark Sun G likes about the bench, Dave, is that it's perhaps a very strong bench, and it has a lot of our sort of main men on it. It has actually all of our captains on it, which you could say, is this a bit of a risk, because Ben Davies has now been made captain, but Sonny, our main man, our Capitano, is on there on the bench. We have James Madison on the bench. We have also Romero on the bench. So maybe some worries.
Look, I think Ange is this is what makes me think, does Ange have full faith in them? Because if he did, you'd see maybe some under 21 players on the bench. But the fact there's not, and by the way, well, they have a cup game tonight as well. I think they're in that EFL trophy if I'm correct. But the fact that he's brought the heavy hitters on the bench just goes to show that he might have to use them. But it's an insurance policy, Jack, right? If anything goes wrong, he can sort of bring them on and hopefully change the game.
Yeah. Big up Dark Zone G. And going all in, I feel like if he went with Romero, I feel like that's him going all in. I'd like to see Romero in this team, Dark Sun G. Let me know what your confidence is in Sanchez right now, because I think, yes, he's looked a lot better than what he's looked 6 months ago. I kind of brought that up earlier, but at the same time, is he still good enough to be reliable in these, cup matches where if you end up making a mistake, it's costly. It's not a league match where you can get 3 points back or anything like that. Points don't come into it. It's just League Cup play here, and let's see if he steps up. And looks like Tim Ream is going to be thrown back into the lineup. I think he came back from an injury or something of some kind. Big up to you, Dark Sun G. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Mark is in here. Marco Silva won't be pitch side today as he serves a suspension.
Oh, yeah,
I don't miss the managers getting suspensions. Conte used to get the suspensions, Dave. Jose used to get the suspensions. They were kind of funny at the time, but then you would see the repercussions of it later. Do you see Ange at any stage getting a suspension?
Yeah, look, maybe a North London derby or a game against Chelsea or something, passion might come to the boil, which, look, I like, I like that bit of needle in them sort of games. I mean, it keeps it lively, right? It spices it up a little. It's what it's about, it shows that you really want to do your rivals in. But look, with Marco Silva, I mean, I think he's got 3 in 3 games. I think he's got more yellow cards than any Fulham player. I mean, it's that bad. Even Calvin Bassey tried to get his best to get, 2 at the weekend to try and overtake him. But look, it could have a detrimental effect. Hopefully it does. But look, it's one of these new initiatives, right? They're trying to clamp down on the technical area staff getting involved, having to go at the referees and the linesman, and it's like, it's painted that, oh, it's a disgrace, this, carry on, this, that, and the other. It ain't. You've got so many people there that put so much in, that give up so much during the week to try and get these results on the weekend, and they're being, angered by poor decisions. So instead of looking at it to try and penalize anyone that questions them, look at the referees yourself and just get the decisions right.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. Big up to you, my friend Iceman. He's in the house. He says, "Good evening, fellows, and everyone in the chat. Personally, thought we would have gone a bit stronger than this. If we get knocked out in round 2, there will be a sour atmosphere around. Come on, you Spurs, though, and Big Ange we trust." Yeah, and I think we mentioned that actually in the pre-match build-up, right? That if this is a game that's lost, it kind of sort of kills a bit of the vibe, a bit of sort of the momentum that's around the fan base, and who knows, maybe even around the squad right now. Big up to you, though, my friend. Tequila's in here. Good to see you, Tequila, as always. Nathan Rollins is in here. Really do appreciate Nathan Rollins. Amir is in here as well. Good to see you, Amir, fresh off the Weird Time TV. Shamu's in the house as well. Good to see you, Chris, holding it down as the mod as well. Big up to you, Chris. Good to see as well. Just making sure I'm not missing any members and good faces in the house. King Hoddle, there you are in the house. Hopefully you're keeping well. King Hoddle, Liston Heinz is in here. Good to see you. Wobbles is in here. Zare Ace, always good to see you, Zare Ace. Patty Hardnett, evening, gents. Adama is going to tear Davies a new one. Is that a matchup? No one's looking forward to it, but Adama, he can have a bit of the donkey touch on him from time to time. Perhaps also Van de Ven, being on that side is going to help us out. But I don't know, Davies versus Adama Traore. I could see it, going poorly for Davies. But I mean, also Adama Traore is not always the most technical, but at the same time, I feel like he's had good games against Spurs. He's one of those guys that he's like a Joe Linton type, where he seems to have good games against Spurs.
Yeah, look, our only saving grace is that Adama has no end product, right? That's our only saving grace. But that's also why Van de Ven has been left in. I think I mentioned it on the pre-match build-up. If Ben Davies does play, you have Adama or you have Van de Ven there to sort of hopefully do the recovery work in behind Ben Davies. But look, it'll be a true test to Ben Davies whether we should be letting him go or Reguilon. So I think, look, tonight we'll come out with a lot of answers about some of these guys that are sitting in and around as backup. But yeah, I'm fearful of it. We've seen Ben Davies get turned inside out by people that are, not as quick as Adama Traore. Look what he done against him. Look what Mbeumo done to him at the end of last season. Look.
Yeah.
He's done well. I'll give him credit, right? He's done well coming off the bench the last 2 games. So let's see whether that continues tonight or not.
I mentioned it earlier. I feel like Ange sees him as a steady Eddie of some kind, and that doesn't mean he's going to blow people away, but he's not going to be as costly to the team as a Dyer might or other players that he seems to deem aren't really good enough. And also his mentality might be better than some of the guys that, he's deemed, not to be good enough for what he wants around. So there's that to think about as well. Big up to you, Moondog. Good to see you in the house. He says, "Come on, you Spurs." Big up to you, Moondog. Hopefully you're keeping well. For Earth Below is in here as well. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. Hennessy celebrating 10 months. Big up to Hennessy. Fan show member. He says, "Think this is an example of our, if the starters are injured squad for the most part. Glad to see Perry starting on the wing. Come on, you Spurs. Love to Jack and Dave."
Yeah, I get what he means, Jack.
This would be like a version if we had an injured squad, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. What's he saying, Dave? Sorry.
Like last season, we carried a lot of injury suspensions and that, right? And I think what Tequila's trying to say is it's a good sort of barometer of, can these guys come in and still play the same way as Ange Postecoglou? So if we do get them injuries and all, when they step in, is there that much of a disparity in terms of quality and how we end up playing the system, or do we sort of have to change it to negate these guys coming in? So I think that's what Hennessy is alluding to. And yeah, it is a good barometer, my man. 100% it is.
Big up to you, my friend, and hopefully a late birthday present, is delivered to you from Spurs, a cup win of some kind. Big up to you, my friend. Hopefully you're keeping well in the house. Dark Sun G has said, if you look at the lineup, we're only 1 to 2 signings away. Dark Sun G, when I do look at that starting lineup, there's not a lot to complain about when we saw the Bournemouth starting lineup, the Man United starting lineup, and even the Brentford one. Originally, even with Emerson there, and not really complaining all that much. And I was definitely happy clapping, that's for sure. But I feel like we need to still think about center backs this transfer window. I'd still like to see one of some kind come in, just so that there is some sort of backup for Van de Ven. I'm a bit confused who is going to be playing the left-sided center back position in case Van de Ven needs a rest. He does seem to be the only guy that's really of any quality that can actually play it to some degree that, Ange would be okay with. And I don't think he rates Ben Davies, according to Ange, in that left-sided center back position. Sanchez, I don't think can play there, so I'm a bit worried about what we're going to go for that. Maybe Ashley Phillips, but I'm not too sure. So I still want to see another center back come in, Dark Sun G. And then I think as well, probably what they're thinking about with terms of striker or winger, whatever they think is the right choice. It's not really up to me in that regard. I think you can make an argument for why Spurs need a winger or why they might need a striker instead. But we do need another goal scoring option. I think we need another guy that can play either on the right or play up front that can be that extra goal scoring option that we know can at least be relied upon for 12, 13 goals, I think, is what we're sort of looking for in case a Richarlison, doesn't really, come out to the levels that we need. Or another player like a Kulusevski or something like that, too. You never know. But big up Dark Senji. Dave, 1 to 2 signings away. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, look, I've always said, we need another centre back. Personally, I'd like two. I think, you probably do need two. You want to take Sanchez out and you want to be able to rest Van de Ven at times. So I would say two centre backs. But if you get one and then you bring up a Dorrington or an Alfie Phillips or a Phillips, I can accept that. I would like to see them progress to the first team at some point. And I think, another striker, because you can't rely on Richarlison every single game. There will be games where he'll have to be rotated. He's had a lot of injury problems since he's arrived at Tottenham. So for me, it's something I think the club need to get ahead of potentially, and maybe sign another option up there. So I'd say, look, probably 3 signings away.
And then also Dark Sunji says Dyer, Galini, Lloris, Tanguy, Aurier, Boba the Clown, Winks, all gone, and we don't have to use them anymore for these cup competitions. And you're right. And I actually brought that up at some stage, Dave, where, in the pre-match buildup, where we feel like maybe the usual suspects to some degree are gone, or at least there's not as many to pick from that we had before. And I think we've done a decent job at actually clearing out some of the mentalities that I thought were pretty rotten when it came to, being seen as sort of the B team type players that we were mentioning before. And Winks was absolutely one of them. We've seen players like Galini and Dyer, I think, not perform in, the cup competitions in the past. And I think even Ben Davies, even though he's being kept around, I'm a bit worried. Sanchez, I'm still a bit worried, Dark Sunji, but there have been a lot of players in the past. I think even Sessegnon too, has not performed in some of these games when seen as sort of the B team type players, but definitely good to see us, at least, clearing out at least some of the deadwood and some of the usual suspects.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic that we don't have to have any more silly arguments or debate about it, because anytime I bring up a critique of them, I get absolutely slammed for it. And it just, and since they've gone, look at the improvement we've seen. So, look, I'm just glad we don't have to sit here and watch any of that crap anymore. Players that couldn't string 2 passes together, players that made football look like it's one of the most hardest games in the world to play, and players that turned the beautiful game into an ugly game. Now we're getting back to the beautiful game, Dark Sunji. What more can we ask for?
Kev Williams, good to see you, my friend. Hi, Dave and Jack. What are your thoughts on the new kit? Dave, I'm looking at the new kit right now, and it's, the full color, it's not really the salmon pink color that they made it out to be. That was some sort of weird filter. It looks to be more of like a brownish, kind of muddy coffee, you would say, kind of color. I actually, like I said, I already have the other kit from last season. I am slowly getting tempted here. I'd like to see how Sonny looks in it, if he ever comes off in any stage, because I'd like to think that, Sonny probably is going to look good in it. Pedro Porro, he's probably going to look good in that kit. He did look good in at least the initial images of it. I guess Emerson, we're going to see the Emmer goat, in the new kit, Kev Williams. But I am, at least I don't know, thrown back by at least the color change, because it felt like in the pictures, the filter or something was a lot more pink, or I mean, Dave described it as more of like a ham or like a salmon type color. So it seems to be a bit browner.
Yeah, look, we'll wait and see. I didn't really. I thought maybe that was the tracksuit top over it. Let me wait and see what the actual jersey looks like. They've even put our name in pink across the bar up the top.
Dave's not ready yet.
But I have the clock at the ready. I'm getting ready to go with kickoff. Don't worry about that, Jacko. I'm all over it, my man.
No,
yeah,
saying
okay.
you weren't saying you weren't ready for the kit reveal. Of saying you weren't ready for the kit reveal. You know, you're not gonna. You know, you have to see it for yourself. Here it is, Dave. You have to see it for yourself.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. It looks a bit nicer. You know, nicer in person. It's not as bad as maybe the pink tints on the picture made it look like. Yeah, it's actually not that bad, to be fair, Jacko. Do you know what one I really do want, though? I really do want the away one this year. I love the throwback with the collar on it and stuff like that. That's the one I'm pursuing for sure. You got Fulham players trying to G each other up here. Just get on with the kickoff.
Big up to John Stokes in the house. Oh, this guy's making sure he remembered his cards. Big up to John Stokes. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're keeping well. Dark Sun G is in the house as well, and he's thrown in. He said this is why Van de Ven is used to help Davies versus Adama. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, I think we brought that up. You know, at least in hope that Davies, if he is to, you know, be used properly tonight, that Van de Ven is sort of going to be there to help him out whenever Adama tries to go for those, you know, big lung bursting runs, you know, with the ball at his feet past players. So I think Van de Ven in a straight race actually probably could keep up with Adama, in my opinion. And we're kicked off here as well, Dark Sun G. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Van de Ven, you know, matches up with an Adama race. For sure. Spurs dealing with it quite well. Ben Davies already with a nice cushion header in a Fraser Forster. Fulham went long initially from the kickoff.
Well, Fraser has to go long already. It's well won by Fulham. Højbjerg picks up that ball. It's just bouncing around. It's a game of head tennis right now. Sanchez. Nice. Good cushion header down by Sanchez. Lo Celso to Van de Ven to Sanchez. Now settle. Let's settle. It's a good ball out wide to
nice
Solomon.
Little play from the midfield, though. Good little triangles from the midfield initially. Sanchez looking for somebody. Plays Skippy.
Good ball to Skip. Skip to
Skip
Solomon.
Out wide to Solomon.
Oh,
sir.
Emerson. Free kick. Well done, ref. I like this ref, Jacko. I like him.
Emerson with his first lovely dive of the evening. Thank you, Emma.
You know what, Jack? He's just come correct, right? He showed us before the game. He's got his cards. So he's done that sort of uniform check, and now he's giving the right decisions. We like this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting good vibes from the referee, and everybody, let us know. This is a referee I don't think we're too familiar with, and there's no VAR tonight, so it's up to him. It's big calls tonight for him. Everybody, it's definitely not going to have the backing of VAR or anything like that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So all the decisions are on him.
Big up, though, everybody. And please, if you can, smash the like button for us. Keep getting in your comments. And as well, thank you to Dark Sun G. Thank you to, as well, Hennessy as well, celebrating 10 months. Anybody, all the members in the house, thank you so much for tuning in for the watch long, as always, everybody. Kicking off in the League Cup. Come on, Tottenham. There's a Fenerbahce kit. What's that guy doing there?
Richie giving away the ball. Solomon picks it up. He gets it taken off him. Richie getting some
Solomon
pressure
went for
on.
something a little spicy.
Fulham just after paying out the press. They're coming down the right-hand side here. Adama Traore, that is useless. He got scared of Ben Davies there.
He's getting scared of Ben Davies. Don't be saying that, Dave. You're saying that too soon now.
That guy at left back, he's one of your American players, isn't he, Jack? He played in the World Cup. Is that? Am I correct?
Yeah, Anthony Robinson. I think he's an all right player actually.
Robinson.
Here he is on the ball. Plays it into plays in their striker. I think Muniz. But Højbjerg is going absolutely like a maniac trying to win the ball back.
I would like us to get on the ball and settle it down for a few minutes, though, Jack. Or just sort of keep possession
Mhm.
and find a bit of comfort within the game. Oh,
Oh,
he's so bad.
and the ball
Jacob,
slips under Adama's feet. He's really just getting,
oh,
Ben Davies seems to just be in his head already here.
Jacob, I don't know what you
Oh, he's
want to
giving it
decide.
away.
3 times he's given away the ball. Jacob, you should hang your head in shame. He loves him, Jack. He's
Yeah,
probably sat at home, baby oiled up right now.
he, he is, as much as we're part of the Hill Messi, propaganda team, he's absolutely, part of the Adama Traore fan club for sure.
Oh no, Skip being dispossessed straight away. That was my fears of him coming into the midfield. Wake up, Skippy! Jesus Christ. Guy thinks he's in Lapland. He has all the time in the world. So frustrating. Perisic goes over the top from Richarlison. Oh, it's over here.
Just a little, and tried to play it, probably down the flank a bit more, but ended up going more into the middle. I'm not sure who this new keeper is for Fulham, but he's going for the Brighton approach. He's trying to play out from the back here. Decides to go long.
Win it. Go on, bench. Oh, he loses out.
Traore wins it above Davies. Traore, he is actually not a bad threat in the air, to be fair. See how Ben Davies does. Initial touch, not so great. It's just really not a great footballing. It's not a great footballing display between Ben Davies and Adama Traore, let's be honest.
Between both teams. Both teams can barely get a hold of the ball. It's going to be a long evening. It's like they're having a competition who wants to be worse. Oh, my God.
Oh, my Lord. This is really shocking.
This is an atrocious start to the game for both teams. No one can get control of the ball.
And Davies here. You have options, man.
And
you have options. Jeez, you have Højbjerg and Lo Celso. He's just going like a maniac down that wing.
He's not comfortable getting on the ball and driving at people, though, Jack. Every opportunity he wanted to pass it back inside there.
Well, he had passes inside, and he didn't play them. Back to Van de Ven. Calm it down.
We're going to see a lot of this from Davies backwards today.
Spurs struggling to really progress, with ball.
Really struggling to even get the ball anywhere in the midfield. So they've gone 3 on 3 in midfield. They're matching us up. Oh, Sanchez Davis caught there on the ball. Van de Ven. Ben Davies.
Davis possessed by a demon there.
Højbjerg, sauce for a great turn. Great ball out under pressure to Sanchez. Oh, my God, it's another shit ball by Sanchez. What is wrong with you? And he gets done. This is why I don't want him anywhere.
Back post!
Don't jump to Ben Davies.
Oh, no, I think who is that? Is that Muniz? Yeah, Muniz.
From Sanchez. Oh, my God.
Just leaves him so short.
This is why
he misses the tackle as well.
Clowns in the team anymore, Jack. I just can't have it. Well, look at the football we watched at the weekend, and look at these guys. They play so scared, man. Fucking hell, it's a cup game. Go out and bloody enjoy it.
That was close as well. Very, very close.
Just enjoy the game. What are you scared for? These guys would be scared to unwrap presents at Christmas. It's a joke.
Well done, Højbjerg. Loose touch there. Might have been Lo Celso. No, it's big PEH. Here you are, Emerson. There you are, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Sir!
Oh, that pace Sanchez has. What good is it doing?
And Mo. Well done. Here we are. Mo. Nice pass into Lo Celso. Out wide into Perry. Ben Davies now.
Oh, here we go.
Goes sideways into Pierre, who's dropped very deep now. Sanchez. Second try for Sanchez. Decides not to go for
Watch
Solomon.
how many times he does that and comes back inside now. He's not going to trust himself to make that pass now for a while.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Lo Celso. Nice.
Ball into the middle.
Oh, Skippy.
On, he's just got to hold it up. What's he?
I think that was Skippy, Dave. I think that was Skippy.
Skip, you useless. Useless. It's just simple hold-up play.
Ooh, nice.
In behind Davies, Adama Traore is onto it. They've got
Adama, one-on-one, inside our box. Hits it off Ben Davies, cross. Forster's got to come out and claim. Forster's got to come out and claim that.
I wonder if Ange told Sonny and Madison and all to start warming up already.
Throwing for Fulham. They played a really nice ball over the top, and it caught out Ben Davies and our whole left-hand side there.
It's going to happen all game, Jack.
Come on, Tottenham.
Can't even string two passes together.
Good giveaway for Fulham. Here we are on the ball. Look up, Pierre. There you are, Pierre. Into Lo Celso. Lo Celso getting dragged down. Ref.
Oh, Skip, you're
Skippy. What the hell are you doing, man?
What is he doing?
He did like 12 turns.
They're determined to bring back the Dave of last year. They're determined to do it. I'm trying to enjoy myself.
Foul given away by Lo Celso. Good chance for Lo Celso to play Richarlison in behind. I actually think there was a foul there, actually, that they didn't give Lo Celso because it looked like he was being dragged down.
Oh, this is too stressful.
Skip definitely got dizzy from it, Ripsy. Honestly, he must have done like 6 turns there.
All this talk of Sanchez has the recovery pace. What good is it if he can't even tackle? My God.
I just feel like each time that Skip has played in this midfield, I mean, we're going to give him more time, but each time he's played in this midfield, it does feel like it's 2 midfielders on their own with, one really not helping them out. Ball in, though, for Fulham. It's a free kick.
Free out.
I think it was either a foul on Emerson or it must have been an offside. Yeah, it was an offside. Fulham, though, I feel like they do have some decently tall players, so it's probably good to have at least Emerson for some of these set pieces. Forster's trying to play out the back here for Spurs. Nice little hesitation.
Sorry,
nice.
Jack.
Wow, a better ball into Solomon than Sanchez could play from Forster. An even better ball. And he played it from deeper as well.
Honestly, I just
weren't able to see that, Dave, but Forster just played a better play into Solomon. He just played a better ball into Solomon than Sanchez could from earlier. Forster.
Disgraceful. Honestly, that defending is disgraceful from Sanchez. Oh, he suits the system. He's got loads of pace. What good is it if he can't tackle? Oh my God, Forrest.
Just as I say it, commentator's curse. Forster, a little too casual.
Please, Tottenham, can we not just do something the easy way for once? Just for once. Oh, Sanchez, it's a shit ball back anyway. Oh my God, it's horrible.
It's not. It's a bit of a hospital. It's a bit of a hospital.
Oh, Richie, what is that? Oh, my God.
Richie tries to first time it into Skippy. Just not there. Sanchez playing out from the back here. Given away from Højbjerg.
Oh, well on, Sonny. Well on. Come on, Tottenham. Skip to Richie.
Sir!
Hello, Richie. That'll do. Go on, Gio. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Smash on.
Spurs getting stuck in here.
Perisic. Oh, great reverse ball in behind for the side, so he's got space. Can he find the ball? Can he find the final delivery? He gets dispossessed.
I think it's Ben
Davies.
Gets out
muscled, he gets taken off him, and it's a free out. That's poor Lascelles. So who are you giving out
Ben
to?
Davies.
Oh, Ben Davies. Even worse. Ben Davies, no wonder. And then he's given out. What? I'm sorry, Jack, right? He can't pass a ball properly 10 yards. Why is he trying to flick it inside him? It's embarrassing. Just do the basics.
Well, one actually by Spurs. Here we are now. Solomon. Solomon with a little lovely.
Oh, well done.
Lovely bit of footwork.
Well on. It's better.
Spurs have to play backwards, though, again. It seems like we're just so eager to play backwards. We just don't want to look forwards. It's either because we're too nervous, not good enough. Could be both, but...
Come on, Emerson.
Pierre's dropping very deep here now. Emerson.
Yeah, still.
Plays Sanchez.
You just told him, you step in for Sanchez and you be the one to progress the ball. Look, he's playing at centre-back right now. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Van de Ven.
It's embarrassing that Højbjerg actually has to sit in and form a back three in possession just to cover Sanchez. Here he is on the ball. That's a better pass than Emerson.
Good setup from Memo. Pierre, good spray.
Play. Look at that. Oh,
what a switch of play. Right on the money as well. Perisic couldn't even... He's got to get that next one. Good. Ben Davies missing the tackle there.
And the man, here we go, flash! Yes! Look at that!
Davey fancies himself in the race, doesn't he? I told you he fancies himself in the race. We spoke about it. He fancies himself in that race.
Oh, Adama, you've met your match now. He's quicker than you, boy.
Oh, he must have the baby oil on as well, Van de Ven. He must have put on a cheeky, must have put it at least on his legs or something there.
Brains is in the chat. I was about to say, anyone seen Brains McLeod? I hope he's okay. He was spot on. He says, what did I say? Look at how bad this is. I know it's atrocious, lad. Absolutely atrocious. Can't progress the ball out from the back. And then big up Mitchy boy with the super chat. Big up, lads. Love the watch along. Great to get the raw reactions. Come on, you Spurs. Oh, Mitchy, my man, I've had to go and get the blood pressure tablets back in order. I told the doctor I didn't need them anymore. Big Ange is the medicine I need. But however, I've seen the starting lineup today, and yeah. Dave from last season seems to be coming back. But big up, Mitch. Hopefully, you're enjoying this game, my man. Hopefully you got a stream for it, buddy. Big yourself up. And when the new FIFA's out, lad, you got to get over here for a FIFA night, my man. Big yourself up. And hopefully you and the kids and Alicia are well, man, and the parents as well.
Oh man, Sean.
He's a good guy, that guy, Sean. He's my best, one of my best friends. He's an absolute legend, a really nice guy.
Well, hopefully, Sean, when next time you see Dave, you're able to, get him, nice Ribena. Dave, is that what you like to, a nice Ribena, and then also maybe, help him also maybe refill those blood pressure tablets, because it looks like they're actually going to go, out a little sooner than maybe we thought as well.
Jack, where's this camera guy sitting on the bloody moon? He's so far away.
That's what I said, Dave. At Craven Cottage, you got to climb the rafters, you got to climb a few ladders, and then you got to really put yourself up at the perches of the stadium. It's like a mountain.
Oh, it's so far away. Anyway, it's good to see that we're building into the game with a small bit of confidence. Now we just need to learn to progress the ball from the back line into the midfield. That'll be the next step.
You might be having a bit of Bournemouth deja vu as well, or a bit of Bournemouth confusion.
It's a ball over the top. Oh, well done. Well cut out by Tim Ream there. Very well cut out.
Celso tried to go first time.
Van de Ven, just go with it yourself. Don't bother looking right.
This is Lo Celso here. Lo Celso.
We want to turn him into Lo Celso. Come on.
Ben Davies. Skippy and Ben Davies playing between themselves. Van de Ven.
That was very Harry Winks-esque, wasn't it? Give me the ball. I'll give it straight back.
Get a few sideways passes in.
Embarrassing. Get on the ball and turn. Be brave.
Van de Ven. Into lovely turn from Perisic, I believe.
Come on, man. It's another one in behind for Adama. Oh, Ben. Oh, what has he done? He's took out Kearney. This is so bad. This is such a bad watch of football. Both teams are absolutely pathetic. Oh, Ben Davies has clattered him. That's what you get for not winning the first one with Adama. Tottenham have given away 4 fouls to Fulham's 1. It's in a good position here for them to knock this one in behind. Who's that numpty standing on it, Jack? It's gone short.
I think it's Harrison Reed.
Cross it. Oh, it's clear.
Oh.
Don't give away any frees. Sanchez just gives it straight back to them. Oh, he skins one. It's out to Adama. He keeps it in. Ben Davies get close to him. He gets just so breezed inside. It's ball towards
back post. Mo. Thank you, Mo.
That's how a real fullback plays. It's a good ball to Richie, actually, to be fair. Oh, it's all Fulham. We just can't keep possession.
Oh, he's got to win that.
Adama Traore.
Ben Davies, Perisic. Ben Davies coming up against Tete. Tete's looking for a cross. Traore here. Into Polina. We've forced them backwards. I think they didn't need to go backwards, but Anthony Robinson, one-on-one with Solomon. Oof, Mo. He's getting past it. Both Emo and oh, well done, Skippy. Good tackle there.
Oh, come on, Tottenham. Just get on the ball. You're making me nervous now. We'll be 1 down in a few minutes if it goes like this. Well done, Solomon. Good tackle. Tottenham just can't get near Fulham when they're in possession. Just can't get near them. Robinson into Paulini. It's gone backwards. It's a big switch of play from Tim Ream. All the way out to Adama to Tete. Tete's gone into Paulini. Out to Ream. Kearney.
Oh, Sanchez getting mixed here. Oh, he's letting in the cross. Oh, Sanchez getting rinsed.
Was it Sanchez or Emerson that got done there?
Sanchez just getting done there.
That is horrific. That's horrible. He
just got done.
He barely scores.
Sanchez just getting absolutely rinsed there.
Absolutely rinsed. Who's that? That's shocking defending. He's so far off him because he's so scared of being turned. And then he just gives him the room to shoot. Ooh, let's run this back. It's too easy. Decker Reed, good ball in. Oh, what's ESPN doing? Oh, Sanchez gets done. It comes off the back of Van der Ven's boot. It's an own goal, but Sanchez, that's absolutely horrific defending. He's making Van der Ven look amateur now. This is what I keep talking about. Oh, that's shocking. It's just absolutely shocking. He's got absolutely done there. That's why I said you can't play Sanchez. You just can't play him. He's unplayable. Massive switch out to the right-hand side. We need to try and get Solomon and Perisic into the game. We've barely been able to find them. Fulham look like they're pushing very tight up on our wingers, even when they drop back to get the ball, so that they're blocking off that pass and they're forcing us to go down the middle, and we just don't have the answers to it. Rich, he gives it away. Sanchez, just do something. Even if Ben Davies. Sideways again. Open up your bloody body. Oh my God, just open it up and go out. Perisic. You there, Jacko? Oh, I think you're on mute, lad. Or the mic.
Sorry, I was...
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's a ball in behind. The keeper it's overhit. Ball in behind for the Celso, just overhit, and the keeper's out on it, smothering it. Sanchez giving away a free kick in their own half. It's intolerable. It's actually intolerable. Take him off. Just do it now before the damage gets worse and the game's beyond us. Such a stupid one to give away. Oh my God, it's embarrassing.
Why does he even need to go through the back of him like that? Why can't he just even let him try to bring it down and then try to tackle him?
Exactly. Just hold him up, Jack. He's lost his head. Look at him. He doesn't even know where he is. He got turned. Do you know what it is, Jack? He got turned that much inside out. He doesn't even know where he is.
Ball over the top.
Traore in behind Ben Davies yet again. This seems to be a common team. He skins him. Ben Davies gets back, recovers well, and gets the block in from the cross.
Good block for a corner. Just quickly, Dave Paul Markey with a super chat saying, told you yesterday the only place to give Skip a run is out the door. Playing him is asking to lose.
Yeah.
At the moment, I must say, Spurs have not... There are two things that Spurs aren't doing. We're not defending really all that convincingly from some of Fulham's threats. And then also, we're not really that much... we don't have that much onus on the midfield, and we don't seem to have that much control of it right now. And the midfielders don't really seem to be able to make as much of an influence as we have previously. And I think that's partially because Skippy, it seems like in certain games when he's not playing at his best, Paul, it seems like we're kind of playing with one man less in midfield.
Every time he's touched it, he's giving it away. Every single time he's touched the ball, he's giving it away. I'm sick of the guy. I'm sick of them. But you know what? In a way, this highlights the fact, like, everyone goes, oh, well, look at the way they're playing under Ange. No, not this B team. They ain't playing that way. And it, it highlights that it wasn't just the way Conte managed them. It wasn't the way Jose managed them. They're just bloody shit. Shit. It's another ball into the box. It's a free header. It's a free header. Who's picking them up? Where's the communication? Harrison Reed.
Hey, Dave, change the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have to. I didn't really want to do that. I was very reluctant. There we are. Oh, it's shocking. We can't even get out of our own half. Sanchez. Who actually wants the ball? Someone take responsibility.
Emo, you got to play him, man.
Solomon.
Oh, Solomon. I feel like
Fraser
all the way
just
back to
pumps it
Forster
long.
there. It's just he's got to there. I don't know what else he's got to do. I don't know why we're going all the way back to him there. I don't think we need to go all the way back to him there.
Ange Postecoglou
just furious,
screaming at them, telling them to get up.
I think he's furious with Solomon there. I think he's furious with Solomon there. He seems to be saying, I think Solomon made a poor decision by passing all the way back to Forster. He didn't need to do that.
Oh my God,
sir!
Come on.
Thank you.
Oh, it's supposed to be a nice night tonight. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did he just go to pass that to Van de Ven and hit it 20 yards behind him? It's impossible. How did he do that? Mickey. He's looking for options. No one's dropping deep to get on this ball whatsoever. Fulham are just pressing us man for man, and we have no answer to it. There's no point in trying to play a ball into Richie.
We are struggling to get out of our own half.
Richie wouldn't even catch a cold right now.
We are struggling to get out of our half.
Oh, he gives it away. Well done.
You're making up your mind quite quickly, Dave.
Yeah, because it's the touch. It's 20 yards backwards. Just hold it up.
All over the top here. Perisic.
So stressful watching this game. It shouldn't be like this. Come on, a good delivery. Get us back in it, please. Come on, Mickey Van de Ven.
Big Mickey, come on now.
It's a short one.
Monster. Have a curler. Oh,
it's a reverse ball.
Please stick your foot out. Gio. That was a good pass.
No one's on it.
It's just not ready for it. Not ready for it.
It's a good idea, though,
just not ready for it. Not on the same wavelength. It was a good idea, I think. I think it was in the Gio. I didn't mind it, actually. I think
too
it was
many
in the
players
Gio
out
there.
here hiding, Jack, in this first half. Way too many players out here hiding.
Hiding or just not confident. I guess that's what it is, right? Hiding is just not confident enough in your ability. And they just need to take more risks, some of these players, but they just seem all too reluctant to do that. And they're also, more content with just letting someone else try something, risky so that they have to make the mistake.
Yeah. But
Sanchez, look at Solomon.
They know things are going wrong, but there's no one that's going, give me the ball, let me get on it, let me start dictating the game or trying to get us going. Everyone's just going through the motions. It's all they're doing. They're just going through the motions. How many times have we seen it gone out to the fullback, straight back across the centre backs? The midfielders, no one wants to get on it to receive the ball, to get turned, to get playing. Anytime the ball goes into the forward line, it comes straight back down. And the defence, when they do have the chance to progress it out nicely, they take too long to do it. Or they can't do it. And anytime it goes back to Fraser, he's just pumping it long. Someone needs to just calm it down out there and take responsibility and get on the ball and play. That's better. Perisic helping Ben Davies out that time, and he just gives it away. So let me get this straight. Perisic... AK
Looks like it's just going to be a...
I'll be honest, I've no faith in half of that team put out there.
KG shit, and a KG Sorry, say what you're saying, Dave.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, I don't have faith in half the guys out there. I just know this shit happens all the time they play. It's nothing to do with managers. It's just down to ability at the end of the day. I have faith if we make a few changes, but what's there to be faithful about right now? They can't even progress the ball past the halfway line, and everyone's hiding. Look at Skip. It looks like someone's dropped him in the middle of World War III. It's embarrassing.
Sanchez goes long.
Go on, Solomon.
Good recovery from Solomon, though.
Well done.
Emo just has no idea. Emo, you got to look at what's in front of you, man. Goes out for a throw-in.
Come on, Spurs.
Spurs are just really even struggling to get into the final third of Fulham. Really struggling. Despite all this possession, we're barely cracking into this final third. Nice little dink pass into...
That's a free.
Referee's got to blow his whistle a little louder.
He was very hesitant to blow it there. Now we've got a Fulham player rolling around the ground like he's been shot. Tyler said there was no need for all this rotation. Big red machine says every time I see Skip, I just want to slap him. So basic, so basic, my man. Preston says, no, David, this is about the midfield and the midfield only. They haven't got the ability to produce the dynamic player, the first choice. Look, I said this about Ollie Skip coming in, but look, it's not just about the midfield. Look at Sanchez. It's absolutely atrocious defending. Every time he passes the ball out, he gives it away, and Ben Davies is the same on the left-hand side. It's not just about the midfield. I get it. The midfield are hiding. Every single one of them are absolutely hiding. But, there's 11 players out there.
Oh my Lord! Has Sanchez just given away? Thank God for Van de Ven there.
How can you even put the ball into midfield when he can't even pass the ball straight?
Can't even pass it sideways, Dave, let alone straight there.
Well done, Richie. That's better. To Celso. To Sanchez. To Emerson. Open the body. Well done. Good ball here. Into Skip. Into
Richie, good turn.
Well done, Richie.
Richie just played in a Gio, man. You got Gio there. Good tackle, Emo. Dama Traore has made a good run here. Mickey. Sanchez, help!
It's a free out, surely. No, you should tell him to get up. Wow. It's another ball into the box towards the back post. Emerson clears it. Solomon. Well done, Solomon.
Well done, Solomon.
Ref! Go on, Richie.
Richie.
Well
yes,
done.
Rich.
Well done. That's good hold-up play. That's better. That's better.
Richie, if you want him to give the yellow card, man, then just
keep your head in the game, Richie. Keep the head in the game. Don't get involved in any of that.
Leighton Evelyn saying we should have played our strongest side since no Europe and we only are playing one game a week. Good to see you, Leighton Evelyn. I didn't see you earlier, my friend. Hopefully you're keeping well.
Big up, Leighton, my man. Great to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're keeping well.
Good to see you, Mark New, as well. Hopefully you're keeping well, Mark New.
Good save by Fraser there. Got down low with his feet. Van de Ven with a ball in behind for Perry. It's a good ball. Oh, he tries to go first time. He just shanks it. Back to a snooze fest. Look at Ange. He is fuming. And you would be, right? You've put your faith into a lot of these guys. You're giving them the time, and they just go out and do that to you. It's a long ball by Fulham. Mickey Van de Ven chooses not to get in the air. Ben Davies mops it up behind him. Back to Fraser Forrester.
Into Mickey now.
Just stop giving it to Sanchez, please. Oh, my God. He can't even do that on the ground. Solomon. Into the side, so into Richie.
Richie, you're off, though, man. Hoiberg played a first time while dink in a Richie. Wasn't a bad idea there. Richie was offside, had his body turned.
He's so frustrated. He does some good things and then bad things. Doji he's back from getting warmed up along with Dane Scarlett.
It's probably just went on a walk, Dave. Like you know, they just they just went on a walk. It's just to take their mind away from watching this.
Probably. Tottenham with a throw in here now on Fulham's half. Let's see if we can at least string one decent move together. We haven't put one move together at all this half. Fair play to Fulham. They're up for it. You know, they're all playing for each other. They're putting a lot of energy into stopping us. They're pressing high when they need to, covering in behind when they need to, covering each other when they need to.
I think it's also the defensive shape they have is always a frustrating one. And our players aren't playing confident enough to really try to break it down.
Yeah.
It's a very good shape that they have, and it's a very good sort of like they press you in certain moments of Fulham, but it's a very good sort of organized shape that they have, and Spurs just don't seem confident enough to break it down.
Perisic,
here we are, though. We are breaking it now, though. Perisic now. To Højbjerg. ML.
Sanchez.
Or sorry, Sanchez.
Solomon
has to play backwards to Sanchez into Højbjerg.
Someone move for him. Someone look for the bloody ball. Perisic. Backwards again. If I see one more going back, I'm going to cry. Sanchez. 20 touches to move it sideways.
Gio.
Backwards again. Watch. No,
there you are, Gio. Taking his time. There you are. Perisic.
What is that, well Perisic? Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. It's embarrassing. We can't even get two passes together in the final third to create anything.
$35 minutes in. I don't even know if we created an opportunity. Have we even had a real shot on goal?
Shocking.
Leighton Evelyn says the bench has got more movement than on the pitch.
Yeah, well,
Solomon, nice bit of play from Solomon. Into Gio. Oh, Gio. There's Perisic is not in the right position there. Gio's just not on the right wavelength. It's got to be. He's only had so many minutes, Gio, but he does need to sort of try to take control. I know he's probably being let down by other players, but he does need to try to step into the game and the ball a bit more, I think. Gio is one of the sort of creative midfielders.
See, the problem you've got, it's very easy to pick up Gio and take him out of the game because they know Skip ain't going to progress the ball, you know? So they know, like,
if he's the only confident midfielder.
Yeah, they know that. So if they go with him when he's dropping deep or looking to get on the ball, they take him out the game. You know, they're three midfielder pressing.
Oh, good chance here. Richie gets it deflected, goes out for a corner.
Take it. We'll take it. Come on. Come on, Tottenham. Please. Just get a good ball in. Just in and around the 6-yard box would be delicious.
Gio with a corner.
Oh, it's a shit ball.
Down near post. Good try. I think it was Perisic, sorry, with a corner. Bad ball over the top as well.
I can't take any longer.
Spurs make no use of that corner. Højbjerg is not. I don't think Højbjerg's had a good game. Lacelso, I don't think has done very much.
Skip has done.
Skip has been pretty much anonymous.
Solomon hasn't really done much. Perisic hasn't done anything. Richie hasn't done anything. Sanchez has been a liability. Davies has been caught out every single time down his side in behind them. It's just embarrassing. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. Why is it some of these guys, they just plan on ruining everything we're trying to do? That's it, Flash. Get on them turbo jets.
King Hoddle says 3 changes at halftime, followed by 2 more a bit later. Yeah, I think there are going to need to be changes made.
Get Son, Madison, and Romero on the
straight
pitch.
away
Get
at
your leaders
halftime.
up there.
Need to be changes made. I think Sonny needs to come in. Just need to get a captain on. You need to get one of the captains on.
You need to get one of the
Ball over the top though to Richie. Can we get this? Bring it down.
There we go.
Into Skippy. Out wide. Top of the box. Emo.
Oh, that's poor pass, Emerson. He's 10 yards away. It's not even in his direction. It's not even in his direction.
Everybody just doing that. This has happened 7 times this match. We're trying to. Somebody's making a movement, and then we're just playing it where they were three minutes ago. Or we're playing it where they were 4 yards ago. Like we're playing it behind them constantly. Every time a player is trying to make a movement forward, we're playing it behind them. And I think that's because everybody just wants to make a sideways pass.
Everything is sideways.
No one wants to play it forward. So anytime that someone's trying to make a forward run, we're playing it behind them.
Everything is sideways. It's embarrassing. I'm sick of it. Just get rid of the deadwood. Stop just trying to repurpose them.
Oh, good chance here. Sir!
He's absolutely
Richie's got turned the other way there, but that was a good chance. I feel like Richie could have turned the other way there, but he got absolutely taken out by Joao Palhinha.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good chance here as well. It's the top of the box. Good pressure, though, initially from Richie, I guess. He's always the one trying to lead the press, or he's always the one starting the press. But taken out by Joao Palhinha. Who do we have for this corner? Probably Perisic, Gio. Don't
probably
really try.
Probably
Perisic. I'd rather be over it.
Anything to go off, Jack. I wouldn't be sitting here in anticipation. He couldn't.
I think that was Perisic.
Was it? Well, it was embarrassing.
I think it was Perisic from earlier. Yeah, I named it. I got it wrong.
Who's standing over it? Hot sauce.
Let's see if Perisic can make up for it here.
Come on, top bins.
Free kick in a very good area. Come on, Perry. Whip it in, baby. Flicked on by Joao Palhinha. Richie, bring it down. Oh. Or is it over the line? Oh, out for a corner.
Don't let Perisic take it again. Do not. That's 2 set pieces he's been crap on.
They're giving him a third, Dave. Or Solomon. They're going short to Solomon. Into Perry. Perry. It's just not. Perisic is really not doing much with it at the moment.
He's not doing anything.
Lo Celso over the top. Richie. He's just got 2 men around him. Oh, good pressure, though. Ben Davies. Traore. I feel like Ben Davies should be able to get there.
Of course he should.
Good little touch, though, from... Good try from Højbjerg.
Get on it quick. No, we have to go through this crap routine where Ben has to take it. Just take it quickly. Why do we always have to go through him? He doesn't have to take it. Fucking hell, there's 3 people down the line there.
Sean Maddox is in the house.
Jesus.
Sean Maddox, big up to you, my friend. He says everyone in the 11 needs to calm down and connect to their feet, but these players are making a strong argument for why they should be replaced.
They're not good enough. We know this. We know it. It's just giving us more headaches. Not one player out there has stepped up. Not one of them tonight. You can't even say any one of them has put in a good 45. They've been useless. Every single one has been as bad as the other. Every single one is hiding as much as the other. Has to be changes at half time. This can't continue. They just can't even do the basics. That's the problem. Don't tell me that's a corner. Oh, it's a goal kick. Ben Davies, play forward. He's got Lo Celso standing right there, and he moves it off to Sanchez. Why? Yeah, that's why, because Salzburg will do it. Oh, it's over here. Nick, cancel your kebab, lad. Cancel it.
Back to Forster. Nice. Into Mickey. Nice pass, Forster. Perisic. Into Højbjerg.
Go on, Rich.
Højbjerg. Oh, he had Richie in behind. It was a good run. It's not the best of ball maybe from Højbjerg. Could have been a bit better there. Davies is just anonymous down that wing. Sanchez! No. Please jump! What are you doing, man? Jump!
It's another one towards the back post, and Adama wins it again. Oh, no. No. Well, good block, Mickey van der Ven. Well, Davies has to come off, Sanchez has to come off, and Skip has to come off. 3 changes have to be made at halftime.
How is Sanchez? How is Sanchez not jumping there? How is he not jumping there?
He's waiting for someone else to do it for him.
Nathan Rolled saying, "Wish I canceled my kebab. It was terrible."
Oh.
It's just that sort of night, it looks like, Nathan. Bad kebabs, bad Spurs at the moment.
The first tackle he gets in all game. He gets done again. It's a big long ball in by Fulham. Out towards back post. It's another unchallenged header. Who done that? Højbjerg. That was absolutely shocking. He's just cleared it. He just wants to whistle for half time.
It's just been really negative from a lot of these players in possession.
They've played us off the park for them. Can't even get close to them in possession.
I think they've set up in a really good defensive shape, but I think our players just aren't playing with any confidence to try to break down that pretty good shape of theirs. And so we just need new players in here. New players from the bench that have seen,
well done,
what
Mickey.
could be done better.
Yeah. Sanchez.
We need somebody who's been on the bench, who's been watching closely.
Mickey van der Ven's looking for a midfielder to come and take the ball, and no one's coming to take it off him. He's looking at Højbjerg like, what? Like, move. Solomon, that's useless. You're not getting clapped off. That's absolutely atrocious. That's the worst half of football I've seen ever. Ever. That's shocking, Jack. I'm sorry, but that's... Every single one of them from 1 to 11 needs to have a reality check. An absolute reality check. They are all hiding out there. Every single one of them are hiding. The defenders can't, don't want to progress the ball out from the back. It's left to right. The midfielders, every single one of them, no one's coming looking for the ball, demanding on it to get to pick it up. They go to make one initial movement. They look over the shoulder on Mark. That's it. Make 2 movements. Make 3 movements if you have to. I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. Is Skip even playing? Is he even out there? What's he done? Solomon, Perisic, every time the ball goes out there, they lose it. Every time it goes into Richie, he loses it. We can't even get out our own half. It's absolutely embarrassing. And Ange Postecoglou needs to make changes now at halftime. I don't want to see this persist for the next 5-10 minutes. Make the changes. We've been here before. They're not good enough. They ain't going to do any different in the second half. They're not good enough. Make the changes now at halftime. I do not want to see that same 11 out there in the second half. I don't want to see it. It's actually anti what Postecoglou was trying to do. It's so far off what he's trying to do. It's unbelievable. It is embarrassing. I'm sick of it.
I think
Same
he's.
story
I
all the
think.
time.
And I think what we're also missing though, right now, any sort of leaders on the pitch that I really trust as a fan, to be honest. The fact that Ben Davies is the one wearing the captain's armband, I know, like we brought up earlier, maybe there's some logic to keeping him around, at least for right now, but I don't really trust him as sort of the leader to sort of bring this team together, especially when we're sort of asking these guys to take onus and play forward and be progressive and be positive with the ball. Ben Davies would be a huge hypocrite, to be telling them that, because he's been one of the biggest culprits of playing it sideways and being, happy to sort of, pass on the pressure to somebody else. So when I look at it, Dave, like I'm a little worried with how few players I really do trust on that pitch to actually deliver Ange's message right now for even what he's about to say at halftime. I feel like we need to throw on a Sonny and maybe a Romero or a James Maddison that we know can actually at least bring in some sort of, in a way, just some sort of representation of what Ange, expects from these players. Because at the moment, I don't think Ben Davies is going to be able to tell them what to do properly. And so I'd rather actually bring on someone like a Sonny or a Romero or a James Maddison. I mean, to be honest, all three, but we find ourselves frustratingly so in the same position we did with previous managers, where they made a few changes or maybe a lot of changes, but they made changes that they, at the end of the day, sort of needed to, because you do need to give certain players minutes. You do need to give them that confidence in their legs, in these minutes, but they refuse to take it. They don't come ready mentality wise. They come in nervous. They come in sort of either seen as maybe backup players, and they're, not really taking the real chance to sort of trying to impress. And it's just been costly for managers before when they've tried to make these sort of changes for these sort of fixtures. And it looks like Ange is kind of, I wouldn't say yet, fallen into a similar trap, but he's tried to give a lot of these guys chances, and I don't know, they're just not proving to be good enough. And what's really scary and what's interesting, just my last point, Dave, is we've seen these performances, though. I know you said this was the first worst half you've ever seen, but we've seen these performances from, I mean, I've seen it from Conte ball, I've seen it from Jose ball, I've seen it from Nuno ball, and now I'm seeing it under Ange. So is it really all that dependent on the style?
No,
Surely it's the players. It's not the style. That's my last
I've said this all along, Jack. It's always been the players. It's not been the management or the style or whether they tell them they're a good player or a bad player. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the ability and wanting to actually play for the shirt, right? I'm sorry, but Van de Ven near the end of the half, he's there with the ball. Højbjerg is standing 2 yards in front of him behind the Fulham player. Make a move 2 yards to the left or the right to receive it. It's what Basuma does. It's what Sarr does. Madison dropped back the other day against Bournemouth to be able to do it. So why aren't these players moving off the ball to support the people on the ball? Every time Ben Davies gets it, I feel sorry for Perisic. There's no point of even coming looking for it because he doesn't even look down the left-hand side. He just straight away, back inside, boom, got my stats up. Harry Winks taught me that. I'm fucking sick of it. Sanchez down the other side. Oh, he's got pace. He's a reformed player. He's got burned twice. And Fulham's two best chances came from him being absolutely annihilated down that side. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. Skip. What is he doing out there? He's not turning any ball over, and he's not doing anything in possession. He's done the most Harry Winks-esque thing I've seen anyone do since that guy's left the club. Come to look for the ball, punt it straight back where it come from. Lo Celso. What's he doing? He's done absolutely nothing as well. They need to learn to get on the ball, find spaces, and get on the half turn and be brave. Emerson has tried, but unfortunately, every time he's tried, he's ran into a roadblock doing it.
Well, he's looked nervous, to be honest.
It's so
He's looked
frustrating.
nervous as well. He's fallen into that category.
But Jack, anyone that look at Mickey Van de Ven, he scored an own goal because he's playing between Sanchez and Davies. This is my point. They make anyone that's good look absolutely average. Look how bad Dyer made Romero look last season, for God's sake. And I'm sick of it. Look, Ange made a big call to make changes early in the second half against Bournemouth. So I know he's got the cojones to do it. But this time, we can't afford to waste 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes going on of the same crap where we're not penetrating. We've got 63% possession compared to what they've got. They're in the 30s. We've had more completed passes than them, but they've got better. They've had double the amount of shots we've had on goal, and they've got triple the amount of XG or expected goals out of it. That sums it all up. Everything is too safe. It's left to right. It's sideways. No one wants to take responsibility, even the defenders. Okay, if the options aren't on, start punting it in behind the fullbacks. Get people turned, get people waking up. But again, Jack, where's the leader in the middle of the park? Ben Davies is captain. He's as shell-shocked as every single one of them. He should be standing there riling people up, talking to people, be the one to take some responsibility. Get on the ball, get down the left-hand side and make something happen. But when he's playing safe inside all the time, everyone else is following his lead. It's not good enough. And every time the ball goes back to Fraser Forrester, he's just pumping it 60 yards up in the air to Richarlison. I'm sorry, but we have to make changes at half time. You have to get Son on. You have to get Madison on. You have to get Romero on. You have to get Doji on. You have to.
By the way, Dave, I think you got to stop the clock, actually, and hopefully, stop us from the pain as well from that first half. And you did bring up substitutions there. I think you got to bring on at least two of the captains. I think you got to bring on Madison and maybe Sonny. To be honest, I think Sanchez is pretty much like the opposite of, the version that we were seeing of him in preseason. In preseason, he had some moments where he actually did look like a much different version of himself in possession, but I'm not all that surprised that now that there's real consequences in the game, now that it's actually real conditions, real intensity, that he's reverting to type and he's going back to his old self and he's going back to what he once was. And, this is, I think, really the point to be made. And I'll say it again. I feel like it's shown that he's had these performances no matter what sort of style or possession, type system we have, whether it's been really negative, back five, sort of defensive play. Sanchez has had these performances. And when we've seen him now in this Ange ball system, he's had these performances. And too, kind of with Skip, like Skip looked pretty clueless in a two-man midfield. He didn't, wasn't effective enough. And he's also not really looking all that effective in a three-man midfield either. And also Ben Davies is another character where he doesn't really look all that effective really in a back four, really okay in a back five. But at the end of the day, he's never really impressed us in possession. And he's just showing, I think, a few of these players that no matter what sort of system we have, whether it's a very defensive sort of, simple kind of counter, attacking sort of base system, they struggled and they still weren't all that good. And then even in this sort of progressive Ange system, they're still showing that they're really not good enough. So something to be brought up, I think, with that. They're just clearly not good under any manager. But we do have, I believe, Welsh Gal as well is in the house. Yeah, Dave, sorry.
No, I was just going to say,
Welsh Gal's in here. She's saying, member.
Yeah. No, sorry, go on.
Yeah,
I think
sorry,
go on. Go on.
Welsh Gal member for 18 months says, big up Dave and Jack, loving the content, getting bad last season vibes. Yeah, that's where, to be honest, Welsh Gal, I know Dave said that this is the worst first half he's seen, but I think that's how painful it is as Spurs fan. This feels eerily similar to ones we've had under other managers, ones that we've had in other sort of cup competitions. And now we've seen it under a different manager, under a different sort of style of play and philosophy. And I think it screams volumes. I think it really does about some of these guys that are just clearly not good enough for this level. They're just not good enough for this level. And I guess that's Fulham in a cup competition away from home. They're just not good enough for it.
Jack,
it's really
it's not even just last season. It's not even just last season. It's under Jose as well. Some of these guys played under Jose, and it was the same crap. And everyone said, put down, it's their tactics, it's this, it's that, it's everything else. Look, can we just stop making excuses for them? We were doing it with Sanchez again. Oh, he's got the pace. He's, there's loads of people out there saying it about Sanchez again. It's like, look, we just be honest. They don't cut the mustard. They ain't good enough. Just cut them. Stop making excuses every single time for them, and I feel sorry for Ange. Don't get me wrong. He picked them. I get it, right? But he's got to make changes. Like, we have to understand this. Every manager has to make changes at some point. I mean, we just don't give them all the tools to be able to do it. And are we likely going to be able to fix it before deadline day? No, it's only a couple of days away. We ain't doing a massive rotation now over the last few days. We're just trying to get the squad down to the bare minimum and trim it down. It's embarrassing. I'm sick of it. I'm just fed up.
Do you think it's been a combination, though, of obviously I don't think Sanchez has been good enough in the back, but I think it's also the midfield have been really all just equally terrible. I think Højbjerg hasn't been nearly as good as we know he can be. Gio Lo Celso, I said this at one stage in the watch along, it felt like when everybody else was playing pretty shit, he should have kind of maybe stepped up and sort of demanded the ball a bit more, really stepped into play and just asked for it, saying, just give it to me, let me make this happen. Because at one stage, he's made a few nice passes forward here and there. He seems to be at least a player that's trying to take more risks, but he doesn't seem all that eager to try to get onto the ball. And that might be because he doesn't, have that much confidence to do it like a Madison is right now for us. But I do think Gio needs to try to step into the game more. And even if he's being let down by Højbjerg and Skip right now, he needs to sort of kind of find a way to just sort of get the ball off of them and try to make something happen, maybe more on his own. And I know that's a lot to ask, but this is sort of what we've been, expecting from Gio. We want him to try to turn his career around as a creative midfielder for us. And that would be a way to do so, is sort of take control of this game and, be able to make a better impact in that second half.
Look, Jack, as much as the midfield ain't trying to get on the ball, and I agree with you, look, they're not doing enough. But let's not forget, Højbjerg sat in between the centre-backs that time to get the ball. How much more deeper can we afford to get people to come back as well? I get it. It's a huge problem with none of them wanting to get on the ball and take responsibility. And every time it is pumped into them, right, they're just passing it back where it came from. We've seen Skip do it, Lo Celso do it, and Højbjerg do it. But the back line can't progress that ball. There's been more opportunities to progress that ball where they've refused not to. For instance, near the end of that half there, Davies has a straight ball onto Lo Celso. He doesn't even look. He doesn't even know he's there. He's just gone straight back across the Van de Ven where it came from. Yeah. He hasn't even checked. So as much as, yes, the midfield aren't doing enough to get on the ball, the back line can't progress it, and nor do they want to. They're stat padding. Every single one of them are stat padding. Let's just pass it sideways so it looks like we don't give away the ball, this, that, and the other. I'm sorry, someone needs to wake them up, shake them, and tell them the game's about goals. The game's about glory. Do they want to sit there and suffer the same fate that they've suffered for the last 4 years in all these cup games and being embarrassed by part-timers, Ennismore, and teams like that? Or do you actually want to change the tide of the stuff that's said about you? I know what I would want to do in that dressing room. I know what one I would pick. But how many of them do? I don't think many of them do, because they don't care. They don't care. You've seen that. Half of them don't even want to leave the club. I'm just fed up with it. This is why I keep saying it. If they're going to be here, perform. If you're not going to perform, then send them off with the gardener. There's plenty of hedges around the training complex that need to be trimmed down for photos, okay? To do that with them, but I'm sick of it. Now you've got Skip running around like a blue-ass fly there, looking like he's excited to get back out. Look at me, I'm Mr. Tottenham. He's just ran away from a team talk. They've had to call him back and say, look, you idiot, come back here. We're trying to talk tactics. It's all just pretend, and I'm bored of it. Just do the football. We're going to get excuses by these guys and the things after. Oh, well, this and that. I'm sick of it, Jack. Just let the football do the talking like we've seen for the last few weeks.
It looks like no changes, though, so hopefully Ange gave him an earful. I think, to be honest, Skip needs to come off. Højbjerg might need to come off. Sanchez needs to come off. And then I'd probably think about bringing off one of the forwards at some stage, probably Richarlison for Sonny or something like that. But yeah, Al Ben with a super chat. Big up to you guys. Hopefully you've been following along. Everybody, please hit that like button. Please keep getting your comments in. We're about to get started with the second half. But Al Ben threw in a super chat. He says, this guy Sanchez keeps fooling everyone. He plays one good game and the other 9 looking like he belongs in the Conference League. He's just not a good player. I think he is just showing his old self once again.
And before anyone says, oh, you're just digging out Sanchez again, Dave, I mean, last time I checked, it wasn't anyone else that got roasted for the goal, so that's why I'm pulling him out. It wasn't anyone else that gave away the sloppy passes he gave away. That's why I'm pulling him out. And look, Jack, I said it in the pre-match build-up to you. I don't mind making changes at fullback. You get away with it. You can't afford to make one at centre-back, and we did, and we've got done for it. We've costly. Dane Scarlett is on the pitch now. Who's come off for him? It would be very interesting.
I would imagine, or Richarlison might have, but just quickly, Al Ben. I think with Sanchez, we might have made the mistake with thinking, he's going to be changed under Ange. I think it's just more having to do with he just started, at least in preseason, he looked a lot better than what he did a few months ago before that, where he was pretty much the last in the pecking order. At one stage under Conte and under Ryan Mason, he was behind Tanganga, behind Longley, behind Dyer, behind everybody. He was the last choice center back. And we even at one stage felt like we were playing Emerson maybe more as a center back than even Sanchez. So we're starting to see kind of the old version of himself, I think, once again.
I think Richie's still out there, Jack.
Interesting.
Let's find out who he came on for. Let's see if we can work this out. Yeah, that's Richie still there in the middle, isn't it?
Oh.
The Celso.
Say that again, Dave.
Has the Celso come off? Because I see Højbjerg and Skip still out there. I think the Celso's come off.
Wow.
In the chat, let us know if we're correct.
Been taken off. Then also Al Ben with another super chat saying Sanchez is a nervous wreck when we are attacked. And he's looked maybe more of a nervous wreck, I think, kind of in possession, to be honest. He just seems so unconfident. He doesn't have any confidence in his own ability. And also, as well, he did get absolutely rinsed in that one spell.
Yeah.
For the goal conceded. He really did get torn apart. But I think it was Tom Kearney of all players, too. I believe, it was number 10, Tom Kearney. Really tore him apart there.
Yeah, so it's Lo Celso that's come off for Scarlett. And Preston, look, I don't know how many times you keep putting in about the midfield. We've spoke about the midfield, and it's not just the midfield. It's been the back line as well. They've been crap, We've spoke about the midfield. So I don't know why you keep going on. It's the midfield, it's the midfield, it's the midfield only. There's 11 players out there. They've all been shit. No one's buying into narratives. We're just calling out everybody for being crap. We're not just pinning it on 3 people.
Yeah, I would say no one has stood out at all. I would say no one has stood out.
Sanchez.
No one has in any way separated themselves from the rest.
No. Oh, come on. Same shit at the start of this half backwards. To go long. What is this?
Oh, nice little header and lovely ball also from Fraser Forster. Oh, can we win that? Perisic, please. Højbjerg on Adama. Højbjerg gets skinned. Adama skins both Højbjerg and Ben Davies.
Yeah, where was
Mickey van de Ven? The whole left-hand side just torn apart by Adama.
I'm just running to the toilet quickly, Jack.
He's just absolutely ruined us there. Mickey van de Ven has basically been a one-man army down on that left-hand side. I'm a little shocked that Lo Celso was taken off, to be honest. I think the whole midfield has been pretty shit. Corner for Fulham. Top of the box, too. It's cleared away. Gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. But as I was saying, I do feel like the whole midfield was pretty shit to begin with. I don't even know if it needed somebody like Lo Celso, one of your creative options, to be taken out. Especially with no James Maddison put into the game. I'm a little worried. Maybe Spurs are going for more kind of a different approach, just a different sort of kind of shape. I guess maybe more of like a front 4 with the Perisic, Solomon, Scarlett, Richie, like kind of more of a different shape, and a 2-man midfield with I guess probably the inverted fullbacks maybe helping out more in midfield.
Here we go.
But
he's off.
Is Emo really off there? He didn't look offside. How is he off there? You got to be disciplined, man.
Oh, come on, Spurs.
Spurs playing back to the goalkeeper here, Vicario.
Sanchez into Skip to cross to Van de Ven. He's gone long. We're looking to play a long ball in behind them with 4 up front. I think you're right, Jack.
I'm a little worried about that though, because I think Højbjerg and Skip have been
Well,
just
it just
absolutely
means,
just anonymous in this game.
it just means to me he ain't making subs in midfield.
So them
He's
as a
just
2, I'm a
bypassing
little
it.
worried.
He's just bypassing it, isn't he? And it doesn't look like he's going to attempt to make any substitutions on it either.
Yeah, he doesn't want to risk Maddison, I guess.
How did he just get out muscled off the ball? Well done, Richie.
Richie
Oh, he gives it away.
tried to play in Scarlet, or he just doesn't know where Scarlet is. Didn't know where he was. Oh,
Well done,
bad
Solomon.
giveaway from Fulham. Richie, come on there. Good try. Mo, man. Come on.
It all
His
started
touch
because
has
the
just
ball,
been
poor
off
ball
today,
by
and his
Richie, but
pass.
we picked it up. Skip.
Skippy,
Oh
man.
God.
Holy shit.
Holy
Oh, you have
crap,
all the
that's
time in
bad.
the world.
Take him off. Just take him off.
Skip.
Oh my God.
Hey, what is that throw in, man? Holy shit.
Oh my, that's one mistake.
Oh my God, Skip.
He's rattled. He's absolutely rattled, Jacko. It's embarrassing. It's Fulham away. It's not even like it's Real Madrid or Barcelona. It's Fulham. He's rattled.
Holy shit. That was shocking. How is he playing a first-time pass there?
Jack, if he can't even throw a
my
ball
Lord.
5 yards to a player, what chance have we got of him passing a ball 5 yards? Emerson, well done.
Well done, Solomon. Well done, Solomon.
Well done.
Oh, see you later,
filthy.
Solomon.
Filthy, stay on side, Scarlett.
Out wide to Perry. Perry, come on. Perry, come on, man. He's just...
That's lazy, Jack. That is just
everybody's
lazy.
pass has been off today. Everybody's been off.
That's just lazy.
Good
he hasn't
work
even
from
tried.
Solomon. Come on, Perry.
Oh my God, Skip and Sanchez, why don't you wake up? Oh my Lord, it's terrible. It's atrocious. I'm not even exaggerating. I wish I was. There we go.
Oh, good chance. Good chance, Rich.
Play someone, play.
Oh, Rich, play.
Fucking greedy.
Oh.
Just greedy. Jesus,
that was
man.
greedy.
The shot was
greedy.
never on there. Don't start this selfish shit because you want to score. Okay? Don't start this, Richie. The shot is never on. It's 2 touches as well. Good delivery.
Come on, Perisic. Here we are,
Straight
back
into the
post.
keeper.
Emerson. Out wide to Skip.
First time. What's going on?
Fulham player down. Fulham player down.
What's wrong with him?
When knocked out of him, not sure.
Maybe.
That was honestly,
That was the worst period.
you really hate to harp on one player there, but that was actually one of the worst decisions I've ever seen from a footballer make from Skip there. The fact that he went for a first-time left-footed pass to almost nobody when we had a really good chance there to have a move, a really good chance there. That was a shocking decision as a midfielder. I don't know why he needs to play that first time, but even if he did, at least get it to him then.
Yeah.
It was a good chance there. It really was. I mean, Fulham were completely caught out.
Oh. Brains McLeod says with Dane on, that's him throwing one of the 4 away. I think he's on about the midfield options. Could be. Could be.
Oh, good chance here for Skippy! Or Højbjerg. Pierre, are you serious, man? A good run from Scarlett. Oh, my Lord, Pierre. Jeez, everybody's just been awful.
Bloody field. He's only got 1 boot on, for God's sake. Don't tell me we're waiting on him. Just get on with the play.
He's taking a Dyer.
Yeah, he has to go down the down the tunnel.
That was shocking from
Oh
Pierre
my
as well.
God.
Skippy and Pierre both need to be taken off.
They're
Skippy and Pierre
rattled.
both need to be taken off. Remember, that was a huge chance for Pierre to score. Nice pass, though, into Davies. Now into Perisic. Perisic cuts inside. Back post. Richie! Get in, Rich! Come on, Richie! Get in there, baby!
Come on!
Get in there, Rich!
Let's do it! Big Rich! Come on!
Come on, Rich! Great ball in from Perisic as well. Big Richie into the back of the net. Everybody, here's the sweaty jersey from Prospect Park. He's been wearing it. You know, I've been backing my Big Rich. Backing him strong.
Come on.
Come on, Richie. Grab me another, Rich. I'm not fed, Dave. I want another from Richie. I want a brace.
First bit of quality for Perisic. Good delivery towards back post. Richie cushion header in. Brilliant finish.
Beautiful ball.
Come on!
That's what sort of people been asking for, though,
Come
Dave.
on, Tottenham. Come on, the fuck.
He just needs more of those. He needs more of those, Richie. He needs more of that service.
Come on. Back in it.
He needs more of that type of service. He doesn't feel... I mean, his hold-up play has been shit, but he needs more of those, Dave. He just needs more of that service.
Yeah, he
great
needs
run.
more of that
It's a
service.
great ball.
Jack,
Great
he's
header,
all-round
great
game.
finish. Come on, Big Rich.
He needs more of that service. I agree with you, right? There's not enough of it, but his all-round game has to be good as well. He's partly responsible for us not being able to get up the field because he gives it away just as much as the rest of them. But put the balls in there, he will score goals like that. It's a good finish.
Paul Connor says, Jack, put that shirt down. He's still rubbish. Come on, Paul. Let's see if he grabs me a brace. Come on, Paul. Keep the faith. Don't tell me you didn't do a pigeon celebration just for a second there, Paul.
We need him to go and get the second now. We're back. Come on.
There we are. Come on, lads.
Let's
grab a second. Come on, Spurs. Turn this around now.
Just need more of that from Perisic and Solomon. Just more of that. Just quality deliveries. You see Richarlison sprinting after everything now, so you will. He's buzzing. Come on. James Paratrooper, I told everyone it's Richie dropping that flying elbow. Oh. Shawnee says, come on, let's show some desire and quality. It's the first real quality thing of note that's been... Just need more of it. Hopefully, Jacko, that goal can give him the confidence now and that he can get that sort of, change that mindset. Yeah. And you might see an improved all-around player.
Yeah, I hope to see it here. Let's just... Oh, good win by Skippy.
Rich.
Into Richie. Play him, man. Play him. Oh, my Lord. You have Scarlet.
Here we go. Oh, don't blow your... Oh, that's
behind.
Soft. That's soft, ref.
Like it's Scarlet in behind. Oh, a lot of relief, though, taken away. At least I'm back. I'm happy that we're level.
Oh, that's not good, Jack. He's gone down without any contact there, Richie.
I didn't see.
That Don Emmer goal. Keep on.
Bring it up, Fraser.
Right, calm it now.
Whew. I feel like I actually have a lot of relief from that, to be honest.
Yeah, same here.
Huge moment from Perisic. Huge moment from Richarlison. A lot of relief from that. Into Dane Scarlett here.
Be nice to see Solomon come to the party. He's been disappointing today.
Yeah, he had, one nice little bit where he, beat a few players and he set up a good move and then he wasn't really helped out. But other than that, I can't really think of much else. Can't really think of much else, that he did. So
who's this? Traore coming off and Harry Wilson coming on. He's a good free kick taker and a good set piece taker. So we don't want to be giving
that's true.
Anything away to him.
I think Traore, though, was causing Ben Davies a lot of problems. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy to see the back of him.
I think what he's going to target though, Jack, is good deliveries in from that side, knowing that every ball that's come in that side, Sanchez has been beaten in the air on the. So I think that's what he's going to aim to do, Jacko.
Hmm.
There we go.
Richie. Oh. Oh, good block.
Let's get
Good
after
block
it.
from Skippy there. Win it again, Skip.
Don't
Not
you foul him.
necessary.
Salzburg is there waiting to pick it up. Come on, just a bit of communication, lads. That was a silly foul, Jacko. Højbjerg is right there, look. Heavy touch, he's there.
We're pressing a lot better, though, right now, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
At least we're winning the ball back off of Fulham more. Earlier, it felt like in the first half, we really weren't winning it off them in these sort of areas.
Oh, we just need to just get the second and let's get away with this. After that, I don't really care. I just want to get through. And then we've learned a lesson. We can't afford to do this in the next round if we do. But Jesus Christ, I just want to get through it. Win that. Oh, lucky.
Fulham look a bit more nervous in possession. Oh, good pass though into their fullback
Sanchez
Robinson.
They need help.
Over the top in the top of the penalty area.
Out to this far side. He's shaping up for longer.
Ooh, nice little souvenir. He's changed his boots, Dave, and he decided to test them out with a 40-yard screamer.
Yeah.
Can't blame the guy.
Shocking effort.
We'll take it. He's got to test out the new boots. You gotta see how they feel.
Never gonna score that. Don't tell me he's blown up for another free kick. Skip's giving away another one. How many more? He's atrocious at tackling. He really is. There's a big thing made about Romero on the amount of tackles and yellow cards. He's the same. He's the exact same.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Actually, last season with Skip, I remember some pretty nasty tackles that he got away with. That should have been red cards, actually.
He's made 2 late challenges in the last 2 seconds. He just needs to be more switched on. He's so far behind everything.
Tim Ream here. Free kick
Robinson,
for
heavy touch. He
Fulham.
gets away with it. It's good ball in.
Oh my Lord. That's the guy that rinsed Sanchez earlier, and he just did that.
Yeah. Fulham throwing. He's throwing it in behind Sanchez. Well done. Nice dealt with. Van de Ven.
Nice little tackle. Out wide to Ben Davies. Ben Davies. I mean, it's just...
He does that same thing every time. I don't even
It's
get
just
excited.
like gave it right back to where we just came from as well.
Yeah.
Like if he's going to take that touch and field, why are you just giving it right back to where we came from?
Perisic.
Jeez.
He's been, apart from that delivery, he has been atrocious tonight, Perisic. Absolutely atrocious.
Oliver Scholes. Bad giveaway from Spurs here from a throw-in. Sanchez, man, where are you?
Oh
my Lord, how are you giving him that angle?
Oh my God, who gave away that ball?
It's the only run. It's the only run.
Who gave away that ball?
Skip.
Shock. Are we surprised?
Skip. Wow. Sanchez, man.
He's not even aware.
Sanchez has no idea that Deckard has no idea he's even making that run, man.
He hasn't even looked over his shoulder.
Holy shit.
He hasn't even looked over his shoulder. That's just atrocious.
Oh my Lord, Sanchez, Skip, get them both off.
They're doing their best to cost us this game. They're doing their utmost best. One of yours.
Oh, jeez.
Emerson.
Thank you, Mo.
Sanchez. Good ball out, actually. Solomon.
Solomon, man. Give it backwards.
Richie, that's a free. That's a late tackle.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Richie. Solomon, I think.
He's been shite, Jack.
It's not a great pass. And Richie, I think he had other options, but
Solomon has been so bad today.
He's just not making good decisions on the ball.
I wonder I still wonder why Lo Celso was to hold off
that free kick. That free kick actually helped us. Yeah, I don't really get it because I think Højbjerg and Skip were just as poor, if not worse.
I wonder has there been an argument or anything like that?
Salzburg, though, nice little play from Salzburg. Oh, not the greatest touch from Richie. Make a good run for him. Oh my lord, are you getting dispossessed? Richie, oh my Jesus, it's
shocking.
Just like watching him.
It's
like watching League Two right now.
Shocking that.
Skippy and Richie there, just both shit.
Yep, there's the ball in off Sanchez. That's exactly what Marco Silva has gone for. That you're going to see a lot more of that, trust me. Wilson, don't let him shoot. Ooh.
Ball in, Mickey. Thank you.
Well done, Mickey.
Richie. Sir, Richie, man.
Goes down.
Why are you going down so easily?
He's looking for the free kick there. He's just got to be stronger on the ball. Come on, Spurs. Jesus Christ. You're letting Fulham back on top now. Fulham looking to make something happen. It's gone out wide to Tete. It's a ball in. It's over. Oh, it's a free header.
Oh, my Lord.
What a save by Fraser Forrester. Free out, but what a save by Fraser Forrester. What a save. Emerson being doubled up on. Where's
deflection,
Sanchez?
I think.
Oh, my God. Sanchez
why is Emo dealing with both of them, man? Why is Emo dealing with both of them? Oh, and Sanchez tried to kick it in. Oh my God! I thought it took a deflection. Jeez, Sanchez nearly footed it in.
Oh my Lord! Did he nearly passed it out for a throw, and he's so bad. Salzburg, that's a better ball into Richie. Oh fucking hell! Take him off. I'm sorry. It's gone. The goal's gone to his head. Sonny's coming on now. Papa Matasar's coming on. That's it, Postecoglou. He's going to win this game. He's going to win it. Come on, Ange! I wonder when Solomon come off actually though. I wonder really keep Richie on.
I'm desperate to see Sonny come on. Someone who actually has a good touch.
The press isn't even there either. No one wants to press either. Look, so far off them.
Come on, Rich.
No, he's off. Thank God.
Offsides.
Come on, get the subs on. I'm bored of this crap now. Bored of this shit. Get the subs on. This isn't even football. This felt like a game of rugby. Kulu's coming on as well, so that means Solomon's coming off for sure. The big call is, does he leave Richie on or does he haul him off for Sonny?
And to Van. Into Davies. Davies just how many sideways passes this that fucker had today? Jesus. How many? I've not seen him play fours once.
It's every time. Solomon
played it back into Mickey Van de Ven 10 times there. He's just played it back into him each time.
Good
ball over the top. Great ball over the top.
Who's on it? Go on. Oh,
sir!
Energy!
Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
Skin him. Oh no. Who is that?
Oh, what? Perisic, man!
Fucking hell, Perisic. That was a penalty, though. He didn't get the ball. He took Perisic out. That's a penalty all day long.
That's no VAR.
No, there is no VAR.
I think he wins it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what Perisic is even doing there as well. I mean, that was shocking from him. He had multiple people open as well.
So here we go. We've got 3 subs coming on. Son, Kulu, and Sar. Let's see who's making way.
I think Lazy 8's right. I think we need to get Romero on. as well.
Perisic, yeah, take him off. He's been useless apart from that one.
Sanchez is being targeted though right now, Dave. I think Sanchez is like those balls in the box are being absolutely, you know, it's intentional because Sanchez, I haven't seen him win one header in the last like 30 minutes. In the last 30 minutes, I haven't seen him win one header. It's been Emerson trying to deal with each and every one of them, or Mickey Van de Ven.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd take him off. So Son's come off, come on for Perisic. That'll put him on the left. Richarlison is coming off for, I presume, Papa. Well, it's coming off for Kulu. But Kulu will go to the right. I think Sullivan's the next one off, and then Scarlett will go up front through the middle with. Oh no, Skip. Skip is off for Sarr. Interesting. She's going to keep the 4 up top.
Howler from Skip, honestly.
Yeah, shocking.
Today. I would say one of the worst.
Shocking.
I would say him and Sanchez the worst of the day. The whole midfield was dreadful. The whole midfield was absolutely dreadful. The fact that we have to bring these guys on to save our skins again, though, it's embarrassing. Well, let's see if now let's see if the forwards can get better service now with a different shape and a different midfield, sort of. Sarr already very enthusiastic. Good to see. Emerson and Højbjerg in the Sarr.
Papa.
Good pass.
Oh, he gives it away.
Like took a little clip
Ben
there.
Took get out close to him. Do not give that guy room to cross. Tete. Wilson. Good play. He's in behind.
Oh no, Mickey. Good block, Sanchez. Thank you, man.
Fucking hell, what a block. What a block by Sanchez.
Thank you, Sanchez.
Ben Davies got absolutely done there. Who else?
I think it's Mickey Van de Ven. Yeah, Mickey. Yeah. Good touch from Harry Wilson.
What a block by Sanchez.
Good touch.
Doesn't make up for all the other crap he's done today, but we'll take it.
Well, he did cost us a goal. I mean, the other goal was his. So he saved one there. And given a yellow.
Yeah.
Or someone on the Spurs bench given a yellow, or was that the Fulham bench?
Not sure. Robinson. You have to get across there, Sonny. One of yous. Come on, Scarlett. Reen.
Out wide to Robinson.
It's a good ball in.
Sanchez. Oh, nice. Good communication. Good communication. Don't make it easy on him. Don't let him out. There you are. Come on. Fuck's sake. Are you serious?
Shit. It's just shit. Well done, Emerson.
Come on, Kulu.
Into Emerson.
Sir.
Ref! 15 minutes to save this. Come on,
that was
Tottenham.
shocking. I think that was Højbjerg. from earlier. That was a shocking pass. We had an easy time. We had a good chance to play a counter there. Come on, Tottenham. Just pulled together these last 15 minutes. Solomon gives it away.
Oh, he's crunched him. Who was that? Mickey? No, it was Solomon. Mickey Van de Ven. He's absolutely crunched him. That's what we're talking about. What a challenge. Oh, he smashed him into next week, Jack.
He's absolutely cleared him out.
Oh, you won't run at him like that again.
He's got a bit of the Romero in him.
Well done. Oh, I love that.
Love to see this here. See you later.
He's won the ball.
Yeah, he did win the ball in a way.
With the trade leg, but he still won it.
Yeah. Solomon, though, was a really bad giveaway from him. Initially, he had to come out and win it.
Today. He's disappointed me today.
In front of his own previous Fulham fans as well, Dave. You know, he thought he'd pull off a worldie against them.
Ribsy just said he's deleted them. Yeah, Solomon, yeah, he's just, I don't know, Jack, it's just been poor from him today. He hasn't really shown what he was showing in pre-season. It's a big ball in towards the back of the post again. Need to keep an eye on this. That's why they brought on Wilson on that far side. He's going to deliver soon. Emerson. Oh, what we waiting on? Subs. Fulham are now making subs. Got Pereira coming on for Decadoba Reed. Should take so long to make subs, don't they? And Reed coming off for. Getting a slap by Tim Ream. He's loving it. Harrison Reed is coming off for. Sometime today. Jesus Christ, how long? Oh, Luke Harris. Don't do anything, lad. Jesus, there's a Harris on the field, Jacko.
Dangerous to bring a Harris on at this stage.
I hope he doesn't do anything. Well on, Sar.
Cleared away by Sar.
Go on, Sonny, get on it. Get on it. Get out, get out. Nicky van der Ven on the ball. What can he produce for Tottenham going forward? Off to Sanchez. Into Emerson. Emerson to Kulu. Go on, Kulu.
Oh.
Emerson goes in behind for Sonny. It's over here.
13 minutes here. Come on, Spurs.
Oh, I really don't want this to go to penalties.
Come on, lads.
Come on, there's one more chance left in this for us. Oh, well done, Kulu.
Well done, Kulu.
Bloody
Good
animal.
Strength. Get their
And
MO.
he gives it away.
Playing through us there. Tearing us
Pereira.
apart down the left-hand side, Rumson. Ball over the top to nobody. Well done, Fraser. Let's play out.
Come on, settle it down. One move, Tottenham. Come on. 5 passes. It's all you need to do.
Sanchez. To Mickey. Mickey plays back to Fraser. Gives it to Sanchez. Oh, my Lord. The way he even just tried to turn there.
Yeah.
Shaky. Oh, this midfield.
Can't be
It's
giving
not
away
really.
there.
Van de Ven into Højbjerg.
Good ball.
Højbjerg, nice pass into Sonny.
Emerson, you've got Kulu outside you. It's a shit ball to Kulu, but it'll do.
Pape.
He's got to play that in front of Kulu.
Højbjerg.
There. He killed that move.
Solomon. Pierre.
Come on, Solomon, earn your bread. It's a ball in behind for Davies. He crosses it. Puts it
Davies,
back.
Sonny.
Pop him at Sar. No handball there, ref. No handball.
Gets away with a handball.
Van de Ven.
Højbjerg tries to switch it. I'll get lucky there.
Time Kulu.
Kulu.
Into Sar. Good ball into Sonny. Sonny tries
Okay,
to
Sonny holds on
got
to it. Oh,
Good
lovely
Solomon.
pass into Solomon.
squares him up. He has
Solomon! Oh, finish!
Oh,
Scarlett!
Scarlett, how has he missed the rebound? Oh,
Scarlett!
no. Dane.
The Dane Bappe.
Dane Bappe had a chance.
Oh, look
to
at this
lead
pass
the
from
right.
Sonny here.
What
Oh,
a
that's
funny.
gorgeous.
Solomon
Been asking
James
for
took
something
his
like
man.
that.
Good shot. Oh, he couldn't get it under control. He took his eye off it. He took his
He
eye
just
off
didn't
it
read the
last
bounce.
minute.
Didn't read the parry. He didn't read the parry from the keeper. Just didn't read the rebound.
Oh, unlucky.
Wasn't in the right position. That's unlucky.
That's better football, though. Much better football.
He nearly could have been a winner there for Big Dane Mbappe.
Oh, here we go. Some time wasting now. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Dan N says, that's better from Spurs. It is, my man. Jazzy Fuchsia says, Sully, better left. Yeah, look, but it shouldn't take him 80 minutes to do something in the game. Rich Kobe, Dane Bowers rather than Dane Scarlett. Steve D says, nice effort. Steve Wheeler says, sounds more promising all of a sudden. Who's still on? Who has gone off? So, yeah, look, we've got Dane Scarlett and Son as a front two. You've got Solomon down the left, Kulu down the right with a midfield of Papamata Sarr and Højbjerg with Ben Davies, Van de Ven, Sanchez and Emerson across the back four. So it's basically a 4-2-4 or a 4-2-2-2 if you want to be technical. Some sort of variation of it anyway. Oh, look at that. Oh, is that all the Fulham fans or Tottenham fans? Who's giving it? Oh, no. It's the Spurs fans giving it large for Michael McIntyre. You love to see it. Love to see it. Madison has just entered the fray for Manor Solomon as well. Looks like Andrew's starting to think about his penalty takers. Brilliant by the Spurs fans, singing for Michael McIntyre. Kearney's coming off. How long is he taking? Holy Jesus.
Raul Jimenez brought on. Jeez, I'm a little worried about him for the last 9-10 minutes.
All over Sanchez. All over him. If you're a striker coming on.
Well, even if he's not as... He's got a good touch, at least, and that's where I'm a little worried. And it's just... I think this game has been missing quality, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he does have that quality with the ball at his feet, I think, still, Jimenez. He
doesn't
have that threat in the air. I think he used to, but he's still decent with the ball at his feet.
He doesn't, but right now, from any striker coming on the pitch, I'm peeling off the back post off Sanchez every single time. Just staying behind him. You'll get dropped down, even if you don't want to challenge him in the air. Come on, Tottenham. 10 minutes to create a bit of quality here. 7 minutes. Jesus Christ. It took them 5 minutes to make subs. And 3 minutes to take this throw in. Ref! Our tackles have been weak today as well. Do you know that? Very weak. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like every 50-50 that we've entered, they've come out with better play here. It's ball in behind.
Win Emerson. This MO.
Well defending.
He's just not giving Pereira any chance to turn there. He's really barged through him. Oh, they tried to play him behind us. Sanchez began played him behind.
Well done, Emerson.
Emerson recovers. It's still anybody's match here.
Yeah. It's a ball out wide to Tete. To Wilson, trying to make things happen. Oh, well done. Let's go, Sar. Let's go. Oh, he gives it away. It's poor by Sar, really, there, to be fair.
Jimenez holds it up there.
Oh, well done, Mickey Van de Ven. Let's go, Mickey Van de Ven. Great ball into Sonny.
Oh, nice.
Sonny out wide. Oh, no, sorry, Scarlett out wide to Sonny. Sonny on the ball, facing up. Tete. He goes backwards with it.
Good first-time pass, actually, in a Sonny by Scarlett.
Yeah, it was. Sanchez.
Oh, no. Who's giving that away there?
Oh, holy Jesus. They're breaking on us now. Sanchez gives away such a stupid pass. It's a ball towards the back post. It's way over here.
It's just been a game of shit players.
Holy crap, what is that from Sanchez?
This has just not been the one for If I were a neutral, I would have turned off this game straight away.
Yeah.
This is just not. It's absolutely the worst of quality. Honestly, I feel like the championship sides that are playing each other right now.
Better watch for sure.
Better watch for sure.
Oh, well done, Kulu. Strong, play him.
Oh, good pass in behind to Sonny. Come on, Sonny. Take him on, man.
I'll pass it. Oh, he's just giving it away. He's got too greedy.
I don't think he knew what he wanted to do.
Oh, well done. Madison.
Who was that?
Oh,
Solomon. Solomon. Ah!
It's Madison. Solomon came
Emerson.
Emerson. Oh!
Emerson, what are you doing, man? Emerson.
Oh, shocking. What play by James Madison?
Oh, it was Madison.
Yeah.
Oh.
What play by Madison. He absolutely skins them on the byline. Oh, it's beautiful footwork. That shot was never really on.
Emerson, you got it.
Come on, Tottenham, one more chance. Still
5 minutes here.
Minutes. There's got to be at least 6-7 minutes added on time. Has to be. All the rolling around Fulham's been doing.
Oh, if it isn't another injury for Fulham.
Jesus Christ. You know, these players moan about having to play on the extra minutes. So if they start acting like babies and just play the 90 anyway. Oh, well done.
Kulusevski.
Play
Sonny, man. So
It's
late.
too late,
So late.
It's a stupid pass.
Sorry.
He's just got to do that first time, Jack, all right? Out of the foot, but in behind for Sonny.
I mean, he just took 2 extra touches, I believe. They just didn't need to. Mickey Van de Ven to Davies.
Just give it to Madison.
Solomon. Now it matters. Sonny. Oh, I saw Sonny trying to lean there. Wanted to make a run.
Van de Ven across to Sanchez. Do not do what you done last time. Papa Massar, that's better. Oh, that's
Oh my God. How many times have we seen the ball played out of play?
I'm actually just lost for words. Oh, I thought that was it. Thought that was the break we needed.
Oh no, good chance. Shit. Oh no, good chance here.
Oh,
he skinned him. Oh, thank you, Fraser. Thank you, Fraser. Thank you. Oh my Lord. That was it's probably one of the best chances.
Kulu. Oh, well done. Goal kick. Well done, Fraser. Big time.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
good
Lord.
save.
Thank you, Fraser. Huge save. Huge save. Thank you, Fraser.
Here we are up the other end. Davies.
Højbjerg.
Good switch of play.
Mo. Kulu.
What, Kulu?
Get there. Come on.
on.
Oh, Kulu.
Oh!
Lovely.
Square it.
Oh,
pull back. Scarlett. Oh. Who's that, Sonny? Yeah, Scarlett. Oh, corner kick. That was what
good
play
play.
by Kulu. Never gave up on it. Come on, Tottenham. Oh, he megs him as well. Corner kick. Let's go, Tottenham. One sweet delivery is all we need. This could be big Davos time, Jacko.
Matters. Oh, Sanchez almost rising.
No.
Oh my lord, boys! Who was that? Was that Højbjerg, man?
Oh.
You've had two shockers.
Just take a touch.
Shockers of hits. That's selfish again from the whole team. Pierre, man. Left-footed, what are you doing? Left-footed slice? The fuck is that?
It's just poor. Poor decision making. 7 minutes added on, though. Still time for us to win or lose this. You got to win that. No. Sanchez.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo.
Fraser. Oh, go on, big Mo. Ref.
Sir.
That's it, Mo. Get on with it. Well done, kid.
Oh, give me yellow.
Sir. Oh, what?
Give me yellow. You have to give me yellow then if you're going to stop it.
Madison is in agreement with you there, Jacko. He's asking for it. Van de Ven. Davies. It's a ball
in behind.
Oh, it's just overhit.
Nearly
for
there.
Green Scarlet.
Sanchez tries to chest it in a SAR. Nice, Sanchez.
Well on, Kulu. Go on, Kulu. Oh,
Okay.
too much out.
Someone recover it.
No.
Jeez,
Sanchez
somebody.
Oh, who's that star? It's all right. I thought Sanchez caught out of position there. Thank God. Ben Davies, well done. Come on, Tottenham. Papa Matsara on the ball. Can he deliver a bit of magic? All we need is one. Just one piece of magic. It's been a crap performance, but one piece of magic can get us out of this. Just poor. Well done, Emerson. Challenge. Poor keep away.
Delete him.
Again. Jazz Fusion says these clowns have never sprinted in their lives. It's been a hell of a frustrating game, my man. Hell of a frustrating game. It's just a reminder not to get too carried away, innit? Really. Fulham looking to build up the attack here again through Tete. Can Spurs get any pressure on the ball and try and turn over high up the field? Force the keeper to go long. You got to win this, Ben. Oh, and he's danced around yet again.
Now they're down our right-hand side here. Fulham.
Ball
No, ball in. Oh, Jimenez misses a sitter.
Wow.
Jimenez missing a sitter.
Ben Davies is just getting done too frequently down that left side. It's way too easy, lad. Way too easy.
It's just been way too easy for the majority of the match for Fulham.
It's a good ball in. It's a free header. Oh, my God. Who's picking them up? Nobody.
Sar last minute tries to dive in, but...
Oh, Fraser, what are you after doing? He's giving it away off the edge of the box between him and Davies. But
oh, Dane. It's all right, Dane.
Go on, Dane. Play him. Play Perisic.
Oh, Dane.
Outside. Oh, Saucy. Madison. Play outside. You got
Sir.
two players outside you. Oh, if only we could get
Matters. Yeah, you had two players outside.
Oh, if only they got that. What play by Scarlett. Very good play. He didn't even look up. He didn't even look that way. Oh. It's a free kick on the edge of the box, though. Come on.
That was lovely from Scarlett, Dave.
Great play by Scarlett, lad. Great play.
Lovely from Scarlett.
It's in a good position for Madison. Come on, Madison. People tell me how great you are at free kicks. Now's your time to deliver, son. Let's go. Please. Please. Come on. This is in a good position, Jacko. It's sort of central-ish. He can go left, he can go right. It's just about getting on target with the right whip. It's in a very good position for him, very central. Winner.
Show us what you got, James.
Come on, Mads. Jeez, he can whip that right around the wall there. There's space around that wall. Oh, he's ballooning off
hits
the
the wall.
Kulu!
Kulusevski. Outside to Emerson.
Oh no, Fulham are on the
Giving
break here.
away.
Someone take that
away.
out. Someone take that out. Well
Well
done.
done matters, sir.
It's free out. Yes, well done. Who made that challenge?
I think it was Van de Ven, actually.
What
Good
a
recovery
challenge.
from Mickey. What an animal, Mickey.
Yeah,
Good challenge from Mickey.
Great
Oh, sir.
challenge.
Tried to squeeze it in there.
Here we go. Probably going to be our last chance. Kulu.
Emo.
Good ball.
Nice.
Højbjerg.
Sonny. Ooh, out for a corner.
Corner kick. Just one sweet delivery. I'll be
Come on now.
just if Van de Ven got on the end of this one. This will be our last chance. 7 minutes added on. We're at 6 minutes, 50 seconds. So if we don't do that in here, it will go to penalties. No extra time today, of course. Madison looking to deliver it in. Can he get a good delivery?
Oh!
Keep it alive. Back to Madison. Come on, one more chance. Get it in. It's a poor ball. And it's gone to penalties. It's going to penalties.
Penalties, Dave. No, well, thankful for that Richarlison goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. All around, though, the quality has been.
I don't know if we really even deserve to win it. We've been that shocking, so I'm glad that we've even gotten to this penalty stage. But let's just see where our heads are at. Let's see where our medal is. Let's see if we got the composure.
You're absolutely spot on. We haven't even deserved to get here. It's been void of quality all evening long. Passes going out of play, it reminds us of what we've been seeing the last 3 to 4 years. There's a lot to talk about off the fallout of this game, but look, I'm relieved that we're even still in it, to be honest with you. Let's hopefully we can deliver on penalties and get through to the next round. It's just a relief to even get through with this, because literally we had one piece of quality from Perisic and we got on the end of it. That was it. It's all we've had all game. It's been absolutely shocking. But I do know that Big Ange at Celtic, the week before a cup game, he got them practicing penalties. So I know that they have been practicing penalties all week long.
Let's hope.
So it'll be interesting to see who's taking them. Jack, you pick Big Forrester.
Let's hope that they can actually. I didn't think it was going to go to Penos, Dave. I didn't think you'd consider that into my pick. I should have. I'm a little worried. I feel like he goes down a little slow, right? And I feel like Vicario I'd actually sooner, want to see it. Maybe even, but I don't know. I think he's made some big saves today, Forster, actually. I think he's actually done all right, for the most part. But in penalties, I think it could be a bit of a different story. I think he gets down a little slow. I'd rather see Vicario come in. I'd consider a substitution for Vicario, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to keep the faith in Big Fraser.
Yeah, look, I just think Big Fraser, anything high, Big Fraser will save, Jack. Anything that's low into the bottom corner with a bit of speed behind it, he'll struggle to get down.
Yeah. He's big enough, though, that he can intimidate, that's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully he's still spring enough, Jacko. Hopefully he's...
The live chat, Dave. See what they have to say, everybody.
Oh, yeah, give me one second.
Let us know your anxieties. Let us know your thoughts going into this one.
Oh, let's have a read of it. Let's see what people are saying. Foggy Foam says Sanchez, Davies and Højbjerg have had awful game. Absolutely spot on. Tyler says scrap these kits if we lose. Shawnee Maddox says I don't
no one's going to buy them if we lose.
But he rates Fraser. Gio Rio has gone with faith, love, and hope. Skunkwork says it's just a lottery. That is, my man. Look, we're incredibly lucky to even get the penalties, if we're being brutally honest. We done absolutely zero in possession. It's shocking all game long. It's one good ball by Perisic to the back post that Richie took well. But what I will say is, he has brought on Son, who's a penalty taker. He's brought on Madison, who's a penalty taker. So, it's just about who falls in line behind that. I don't want Sanchez taking one. I don't think I want Emerson taking one or Ben Davies. I'd be fine with, I think I'd let Van de Ven have one. I'm not sure if I want Højbjerg taking one either, to be honest with you. Dane Scarlett might step up. It'd be interesting. I just want to get out of this unscathed, Jack. I want to reach the next round so bad.
Yeah, same here. Same here, Dave. Mark says Forster is great at saving penalties. Jack, you know nothing. Well, I guess I do. We'll see how he does today, Mark. I'm not too aware of Forster's penalty saving record. I guess I didn't. Maybe when we first bought him, we probably looked at it, and I guess I probably had forgotten about it that quickly. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Big Fraser can do. I was just thinking Vicario is just a bit more athletic for some of these, but Forster definitely is big and tall, very intimidating. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%, Jacko. Sometimes they're just the size of a goalkeeper when he feels the frame. He can put a player off. Is this Wilson or Pereira? It's one of the two.
It is. Pereira. Fraser. Come on, man. Nice
easy.
little hesitation from Pereira. He sent him the wrong way.
And he gives him the debt stare as well. Not a good start from Fraser. Yeah, he went early as well.
Yeah. It just sort of caught him out, I guess.
Yeah, he needs to hold his nerve. He needs to hold the nerve. Who's up for Spurs? Rodak is in goals for Fulham. Sonny's up for Spurs. Come on, Sonny. Come on, son. If he misses, we're just not meant to get through. He never misses. Come on, Sonny. Don't be psyched out. Fulham fans behind the goal trying to put him off.
Oh, good finish.
Keeper dives the right way, but
close
Sonny
one.
got
Good
enough
finish.
power behind it. It's in. And he's gone over to give Fraser a pep talk. Come on, big Fraser.
Jerome has no confidence in the pens.
Keeper guessed the right way. He was close. If he could have got down any quicker, he would have saved that. Who's up for Fulham?
I don't think if Sonny hit it any less harder, if he took a little off it, I think it would have saved it.
For sure. Jimenez up against Fraser Forrester.
Jimenez.
Come on, please, miss.
Oh, big run up.
Oh, it's down the middle, and he's done Fraser again. Fraser's gone early again. He hasn't got close. Big Kulu. What can Kulu do from the spot? Don't know what he's like on penalties. It's nervous. Oh, it's a great penalty.
Nice, Kulu.
Come on, Kulu. Great penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Come on, Fraser. We need you. We need you. Repay Jack's fate. He wanted you to play today. He called for you.
Well done, Kulu. Simple penalty. Love it.
Yeah.
Simple penalty. Love it. Traditional.
Yeah.
No fancy run up. Slot it in.
Who's up for Wolves? Wilson. He'll
All right,
score.
come on, Fraser. Come on, Fraser.
If you can save his, we'll win this. Oh, it's off the bar.
What a
It's
finish.
gone in.
What a
What
finish.
penalty. He's absolutely thumped it.
Good finish.
They're stepping up with an awful lot of confidence, these Fulham players. You can tell they've been practicing. Oh, he's buried it. He's absolutely buried it.
Yeah, that's a great finish.
Who's stepping up next for Tottenham? Come on. Oh, is that Sanchez? Oh, my Lord. What are we doing?
Come on, man. Come on, Davinson.
Big Davison? Oh, it's shocking. It's shocking. Oh, my Lord. Why is he taking one? Oh, my God.
I don't have words.
Just sell him. Just sell him.
It's a shit penalty. I read him the whole. That's so readable. That is so readable as well. I mean, he's just opening up his body that way from the very beginning.
Just sell him. He's so crap.
That's shit.
He uses everything. Can't even hit that.
Honestly, that's what my penalty would have been.
Come on,
That's what my
Fraser.
penalty would have been.
Please, Fraser.
Fuck's sake,
One. He's
Fraser.
nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. We're about to go out. 4-3 on penalties. If we miss this, it's over. Who's stepping up? Fraser Forrester hasn't been near any of the four of them either. They've been very good penalties by Fulham. He's going early as well. He's going early, Fraser. He's helping them pick their spot. That's a shocking.
He's just guessing. He's just guessing.
Madison stepping up. Oh, he scores it.
Well done, James.
He scores it. Come on, Fraser. You have to save this. If he doesn't save this, we're out. He has to get close to this. Come on, big Fraser. Please. Not even
Come on, Fraser.
From Madison. He got away with that one. Come on, Fraser.
Just hit it hard. Fuck's sake, dude.
We're out. He's nowhere near it again. We're out. We're done. That's the cup run over for another year. I'm sick of this. I'm absolutely sick of it.
I mean, it's just...
Sanchez can't even...
Probably had some other moments that, we nearly conceded from as well. Skip was absolutely shocking. Højbjerg was also really shocking. But I think this really does fall on picking Sanchez for the lineup. I think we should have gone with Romero. I think this would have been a far different performance if we just had Romero in the back line. But the thing is that you can't play Romero and Mickey Van de Ven for 48 games or whatever it might be this season that we play. You just can't play them every single match. You need to have someone that's somewhat competent to be able to step in, and we don't have anybody still. So this is why I think we always have said and will continue to say we need still more center backs. I love Mickey Van de Ven. I think he's had a pretty great game yet again, but we just need more. We need more center backs. We need more players to be able to get rid of these usual suspects. Thought Davies was also shocking, did absolutely nothing in possession. Yeah, I still want a lot of these guys in this game. The real thing that rings home to me is that this was really not that before performance, like you had brought up, Dave, than actually some of those times we had been knocked out under those managers. And this is just a completely different style, a completely different brand. We're trying to do completely different things than what Jose and Conte were trying to do. And the fact that we got knocked out in a very similar performance in a very lackluster, shitty way, it just screams volumes that these guys, it's not about the system. It's not about the manager. Yeah. These guys are just shit. They're not good enough. They're not good enough for this level, and they're going to continue to let us down. And we're going to continue to find ourselves frustrated and watching another cup slip between our fingers because these guys are simply not good enough. I think this does, at the end of the day, Ange has to bear some responsibility for picking Sanchez, but it also isn't entirely on Ange for, he doesn't have many other players to pick from for that back line. Yeah. He does have to think about changes. He does have to think about rotation. Perhaps that was the one that might have been too costly for him. Pick maybe one that might have been too costly for him in terms of players. It might have been Davies, but this probably could have been avoided if he just stuck with Romero, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, I completely agree.
I'm deflated, Dave. It's like I said, it's just sort of, it's the same. I don't think it wasn't that different from previous times we've been knocked out, Dave. Really all not that different. And that just says a lot to me that this is a completely different style of play and we still got knocked out in a very similar way. In a very similar performance.
100%, Jack. This is what I've been saying for a long time. It's nothing to do with system or anything else like that. They simply just can't play football, Antonio Conte tried to play out from the back. And at times he had to use Sanchez and Davies. But we've seen today, it doesn't matter what the manager is or what the instructions is. They don't want to do it. They went hiding. Look, first of all, I get it's on Ange for picking Sanchez, right? He shouldn't have picked them. The warning signs were there. We spoke about this in the pre-match build-up. That you can't pick Sanchez. You can't. He's going to cost you. He's a liability. He'll cost you a goal. And it's exactly what he done. He was absolutely atrocious defending. On the penalty, look, I'd argue someone else should have stepped up. I'm not going to put that on him. I'm not. Someone else should have stepped up. Someone else should have looked around and said, look, that guy's been passing out of play all evening. You can't have him taking a penalty. He should never have been allowed to take it. And as I know in them occasions, Jack, It is about people stepping up in the moment and having a nerve. And I presume he's probably put his hand up. So fair play to him for it. But someone else should have looked at it and said, I mean, come on, he's putting the ball out of play all evening. You can't let him take one. I'll take it. But this is what we're talking about, though, Jack. People stepping up, leaders all over the park. There's no excuses for what we've seen tonight. I mean, look, regardless of the Sanchez pick, Ben Davies given an opportunity there. And he's done everything tonight to show why he shouldn't be a part of this team and why we should not be loaning out Reguilon to Man United, because he can't defend. He got roasted all night down that side, all night long. And
can't do anything in possession and can't defend.
Yeah,
you're right.
In possession, he just kept on coming back inside, back inside, back inside, back inside. Useless. Højbjerg, look, you know, I think he's made it clear he doesn't want to be here. That performance tonight.
Yeah, it was one of his worst performances ever.
Yeah, it was shocking. He's made it clear he doesn't want to be here. Ollie Skip, no excuse for it. You know, he's a Tottenham lad. He wants to be playing for Tottenham, but he just lacks in all areas. He was absolutely anonymous tonight. You go into the forward line, Perisic, useless. Every time he got the ball, stropping, giving it away, this, that, and the other. Solomon didn't do anything either. And it only got brighter once we made subs. Even then, you know, there was still sometimes a bit of lack of quality, but at least we created a little bit more. But, you know, we've got problems. We now know we're still in the same position. We can't make changes. The club should have had centre-backs in here already. It should have been first priority. We warned about signing one is not enough, Jack. We've said that time and time and time again because of this, because he will step in tonight and he'll cost you. I'm just sick of the same old crap. The board have a lot of work to do over the next few days, and they better get players out the door. They better start paying people off, which we were told was going to happen this summer, which should have been done at the start of the summer, and they better get more reinforcements in here, because again, you know, them players out there tonight and they should all hang their heads in shame. They've been so we've led to believe itching and chomping at the bit to get minutes out there. And we've seen how good we've had it the last few weeks. And then you make some changes, and all of a sudden we can't even string two passes together. The drop-off in quality is so bad, it's unbearable. Yep. It's absolutely unbearable, and I'm sick of it. And this is why I keep talking about the need of stop being nice to these guys. They're not nice to us in the performances, so just get them out the bloody club. I'm sick of it. But others that are part of this project, they need to hang their heads in shame. They've let every one of them guys that started over the last few weeks down tonight. Every single one of them. And Ange.
Yeah. And we don't want to create that, relationship that was there before, where Sonny, Kane, players like that, right? They felt like they always had to come on and save the day and come on and sort of save these results. And it's happening again. And Madison is going to start to feel that way. Romero might start to feel that way. And it's just, you know, it's similar sort of vibes that we're getting. Jerome says the fan base, with a super chat, big up to you, Jerome. He says fan base turning on Ange for what? Same shite players, and we lost on penalties. Jerome, I feel like the conclusion, at least in my opinion, I know we can all take different conclusions, and that's fair, but you have to be fair about it. You have to see this game was pretty much identical to plenty of games we've seen us lose, you know, in the past, you know, in these cup competitions. The performance was similarly just drab, boring, lifeless, no energy, nobody able to make 6-yard passes, nobody able to make decent decisions, everybody being selfish when they do get their decisions or when they do get their chances. Nobody has that sort of finish on them or that moment of quality. And it then also usually has led to then our better players having to come off the bench to sort of try to save the day. I'm sorry, but we've seen this far too many times with previous managers. Like, this is just the exact same. It's a carbon copy of what we've seen before. And that means that it's not on Ange. If we've seen this before with other managers, how could this be on Ange then? It's obviously then on these players, these usual suspects that have lost these games before in the past. And there has been even that graphic that was once shown last season where how many times did we lose cup competitions when we saw a similar lineup of Dyer, Sanchez, Davies in the team? And this time it was Sanchez and Davies in the team. And I think they're making a strong case for themselves for why they really still shouldn't be kept around. There was that little brief period where we do try to find and rationalize. I think we always do as fans. If Ange and the club are deciding to keep the guys around, we'll try and rationalize maybe some of the thinking behind it. But right now, I don't think these guys can do it. I mean, they've made a strong case for why they actually need to be moved out. And all they needed to do was just actually put in a decent 90 minutes today and get in the performance. And then there probably wouldn't really be all that much thinking that, Davies isn't good enough or Sanchez isn't good enough. If they actually impressed us today, if they did do what they needed to do today, I think they would have a lot of pressure taken off of them, actually. But now that they've pretty much proven, a lot of people right and shown their real colors, shown what they usually do, we're sort of back at square one with these guys. And we need to, hopefully see some movement, at least on a lot of them, because I think, there was no Dyer today, but it just says a lot that it was still Davies and Sanchez, in this team, and similar performance, carbon copy. And I'll be honest, it's not just on those two. I think they were some of the worst performers on the day. I think Sanchez and Skip, I think it as well, were some of the worst performers on the day, but the whole team was absolutely dreadful. That whole starting 11 was completely shocking. Everybody from the forward line to the midfield to the back line. Actually, the only decent one was Forster, but he was pretty shocking, I think, at least when it came to the penalties. But Forster had a pretty good day. He actually saved us, I think, from at least one or two occasions, with some saves. But yeah, it's just the usual suspects, Jerome. It's usual suspects. They can't fall on Ange. No way this falls on Ange. He did make a mistake, I think, by picking Sanchez, but that doesn't mean then, we should be turning on him or anything like that. That's insane.
Look, this is what I keep saying. We can sit here and keep blaming the managers. Yeah, people are going, oh, well, he picked them. Okay, great. But every other top club in the Premier League can rest and rotate players and still go out there and put in performances and be able to win games and still go deep in the cup competition. We haven't done enough recruitment in that area. We know this. We know this. This is why we've been saying you have to just keep playing Romero and Van de Ven, because we haven't done enough recruitment in this area. And the manager has to rotate. It's that simple. He has to rotate the squad. It's a massive part of modern day football. And until we give these managers these options, we're going to keep making them look like they don't know what they're doing. And, anyone that wants to go after Ange on this, you're just never going to learn, or we're never going to progress as a club if you can't sit there and just call a spade a spade. You just got to accept. Yeah. You've got more proof that Sanchez can't do it than you do with Ange that can't do it. You've got more proof that Davies can't do it in a Tottenham jersey than Ange can't. Way more proof. And look, it's not even just them two. Everyone tonight, every single one of them take just as much blame. The reason why I'm pulling out Dyer and Sanchez is because, or Davies and Sanchez, is because Davies was made captain tonight. He was the one that's supposed to be out there with the experience. Okay, if things aren't
setting
going
the
well,
tone.
But speaking to people, getting them revved up, getting them going. But when you've got the guy wanting to play safe inside all night long and not take risks, that sets the tone. He's supposed to be your leader. He's the one everyone looks up to get you going. Then you've got Sanchez. He just can't progress the ball out from the back. And then it has a knock-on effect to the midfield. Then it has a knock-on effect to the forward line. Because the quality of the ball they're getting, or as consistent of the ball they're getting, it's nowhere near what it should be. And that's where our problem started tonight. Not being able to progress the ball out from the back. Then you go on to the midfield. I am sick to death of them players hiding. They've been hiding here at Tottenham for a long time. Yes, we had problems progressing the ball out from the back. But they need to do more to get on the ball and affect that game, and they chose not to. To make one run, I'm marked, and that's it. It's so simple. You got to, you make one run, you make another. You keep making them runs until you get on the ball. But, midfielders are supposed to be players that want the ball, expressive, aggressive. Not one of them grabbed that game by the scruff of the neck. Not one of them said, give me that ball, I'm going to start making things happen. And overall, we couldn't string two passes together all night. And then when the ball did go up into the forward line, I'm sorry. I get Richie got his goal, and he got his goal off what we said the service he needs. But it's same. His all-round game is atrocious. Before
no, you
goal,
can't just be relying on that.
After the goal, you're thinking he's got his goal, confidence. Ball starts bouncing off him again. And then the two wide men were pathetic tonight. Absolutely pathetic. Barely wanted to take on the man. How many times did Perisic lose the ball and just give up over there in the corner? I'm sick of it all. It's not just on two people. I'm not pulling out two people tonight. I'm making that clear. It's the whole 11. They all need to look at themselves long in the mirror. But some of these players that have been around here a long time, when they play,
they've done it before.
It keeps happening. We keep going out of the cup away from home. And your problem starts because you can't even play any rhythm of football because you can't move it out from the back.
No, they've done it before, Dave. We've seen them. It's the usual suspects, like we say. Top man Jerome, thank you for the support, my friend. Jacob Anderson, member for 19 months as an elite member as well. Thank you, Jacob, for your support. Thank you for your dedication, my friend. He says, can't blame Ange at all. Every other top 6 club start their B team for these games and get the results in these cup matches. This is a prime example of the lack of quality on the bench. Skip, Højbjerg, and Sanchez need to go. It's a good point, Jacob, you bring up there, right? That every other team seems to be able to make these sort of changes in the 11, and they're able to sort of drop players here and there in certain positions. And yeah, maybe other players that they might have might not be as good as the starting 11, but you don't really see that real drop as much as it seems to be the case with Spurs, or maybe you do with certain clubs. I think other clubs also have this sort of kind of voodoo when it comes to the cup competitions, but in our way, it's sort of unique in that we do seem to just always come up with carbon copy sort of performances in this manner, where it just feels like from the very moment you just have a bad feeling about how the game is going to go. Everybody doesn't seem to be on the same page. Passes are going astray. Nobody's playing to each other in the right moments. Everybody's touch is off. Nobody's defending confidently. There's no communication whatsoever. There's no leadership. It's all just very similar, and we've seen it before. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Yeah, what were you saying? Emotions?
No, just adding to what you're saying. I think the word you're looking for is they're just going through the motions.
Emotions, yeah. And I think too, Jacob, like this B team mentality seems to just rot through the club, and it just seems to, really go into these cup games and ruin them for us. But I just don't understand it, because I'm agreeing with you that, other teams seem to be able to do it and they just get away with it just fine. And I don't understand how we don't seem to be able to. And I think it really comes down to probably just the lack of quality. These guys really just aren't good enough to be able to perform at this level on a consistent basis in the high pressure situations and moments under any manager, under any style of play, under any philosophy. It doesn't matter if it's Ange ball, Conte ball, Jose ball. Yeah. These guys will let you down. And Højbjerg, I know I defend him a lot, but this was actually probably one of the worst performances I've seen him have in probably a long time. It really was dreadful. Skip, also, I would say the same, probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen Skip have. Pretty much one of the worst performances I've seen most of these players have in a long time. And I know you originally said, Dave, in halftime, that was the worst first half you've seen. I kind of didn't want to go that far, but the more I think about it, these were some of the worst performances I've seen from individual basis from a lot of these players.
Yeah. I'm just not surprised by it anymore, Jack. I'll be honest. I'm just defeated and beaten up by it, to be honest. Just am.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob, for your support, my friend. Foggy Foam, member for 10 months, Flat Cap member, says, I'm sick of Sanchez and this guy needs to go. It's his I brought up, like, if he did play well, it felt like that was probably his opportunity to kind of sneak in, into this squad, sneak into this team with some people kind of backing him, and there being at least a bit more confidence that he could actually fill in. Same thing with Ben Davies. Same thing with some other players here. Like, well, if they perform tonight, they probably would have gotten some confidence from Spurs fans that they actually are worth keeping around. But no, they pretty much did the opposite. And now we're kind of going back to square one with a lot of these guys. And we kind of feel where we did originally at the beginning of the summer, which is nope, majority of them not good enough, have the wrong mentality, and need to go. And it's funny. All they need to do is just perform in this match, Foggy Foam. That's really all they need to really do. And I think they would have actually bought themselves some time. But they've shown their true colors tonight. He also followed up with a super chat saying window should not close until Dyer and window should not close with Dyer and Sanchez still being here. Dyer is trying his very best to stick around. Sanchez has also denied moves away. It's not really, the club need to really just put their foot down now, but it's not entirely, I think, on the club or the manager here. Dyer has made it very difficult for us to get rid of him. He doesn't want to leave. Sanchez has made it very difficult for us to get rid of him in the past. He doesn't want to leave. He's had moves accepted by Spurs, not even the Russia one. Don't even think of the Russia one. Ones in the past of last season, ones of last January, ones of this most recent summer that we have accepted, and he didn't want to move. So this is also on Sanchez yet again. If he wants to continue to be picked, he's going to continue to come up and make these mistakes. And then Tabata Duda. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, just quickly on that. I mean, look, for me, I'm not hearing it anymore that it's difficult, this, that, and the other. The club, every business around the world, if they don't like someone in a job, they will find a way of getting them out. It's that simple. You can do it. I'm not accepting any more of the excuses. Just do it. If you have to pay them up 100% of their contract, just do it. I do not care. You know, at some point we have to weigh up ambition over money. And this is now another example of why we need to do it. So just do it. I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear any more of these excuses, this, that, and the other. Every company around the world can get rid of people and they can railroad them into it. So just go and do it. I don't care. What did they do for us? Nothing. So just go and get them out. Just get them out.
And the bottom Duda saying, ready for the players' empty social media posts and apologies after doing F all for the entire game. I completely agree to bottom Duda. We've seen it too many times from players with the sort of empty social media apologies. But I've seen these performances bottom Duda from Ben Davies, from Sanchez, from Skip, and it's what's frustrating is I genuinely was convinced that for this game, like for a lot of them have been given a lot of rest, they've given a lot of time off. Ange ball is a very different system to what we saw previously under different managers. I genuinely thought that they would be able to take this in stride, build off of the work of previously, but no, I think they've reverted to type and they're showing their true colors once again. And it says a lot to me, Duda, that we've seen this again, this exact performance under Nuno, under Conte, under Jose, whether it's Colchester, whether it's Antwerp, whether it was Enes Mira, Vitesse, it's all the same. These are all the same performances, and these have all been sort of the same players as well, putting in these similar type of levels and similar type of energy and attitudes, and just screams a lot about how just they're not good enough for any manager or any of these teams. They're just not good enough for this level. The bottom two.
It's
Hopefully
just a
you're keeping
joke.
well, my
It's
friend.
just a joke about them doing. And look, this is what I keep saying. You know, it's nothing to do with the managers and all like we keep hearing, like we're being told. It's the system. It's this. It's that. It's not. It's just they're just shit. Just fed up with it, man. Fed up with it. You can't have so. And the thing is, you know, people go on like Ange Postecoglou ain't the winner. He's won everywhere he's been, and yet he's another winner that's being failed. Work that one out. Yet we keep blaming managers.
Two kind of super chats on sort of Ange and kind of the changes he made. Foggy Foam says, sorry, Dave, Ange should know not to play this clown. And then Moondog also says, I do think Ange has to take some blame. 9 changes made.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably didn't mention this enough that I think he made a mistake by doing that. I think that has hurt him, but I'm not going to get on his case, for the next week or so or hold it against him for that long, because I've seen it happen to other managers. So when I've seen it happen to 4 or 5 other guys, you start to then look the other direction, where you start to look at the players and just think, why can't you guys just deliver here? Why can't you guys just put in a decent performance to be able to get us over the line in these games? And I feel like, yes, he made a mistake in that, but I'm not going to really put it all on him for it. I guess originally, though, if you're thinking about where the first mistake came from, I guess it did come from Ange and deciding to play these guys. But I don't know. I can't. It feels weird to get really on his case for me. Foggy Foam and Moondog. It just feels weird for me to be on his case for it. I recognize it is a mistake, though.
Yeah, 100%. Look, he made a mistake picking, as much rotation as he did. He made a mistake with it. I think, look, the sad thing is you put Romero in there. That goal doesn't happen. We probably win the night 1-0. We're through to the next round. Look, first mistake was putting faith in Sanchez, But what I will say is, there's so many people out there that have said, oh, well, look, Sanchez, I'd keep him around, this, that, and the other. So the minute it goes tits up, you can't just keep then going, oh, well, that's Sanchez's fault. You can't keep backing these players and going, oh, well, there's a player in there. And then next thing they put out there, they're fucked up. And then everyone goes, oh, he should know not to play them. Because the same people then would be calling for him, oh, we'll keep him around, this, that, and the other. I think, look, Ange made a mistake selecting him. I said it before the game. If he selects Sanchez, we're going to lose tonight. It was a massive mistake on his behalf. Should never have selected him. He should have realized what he's seen over preseason and not selected him. He made mistakes preseason as well defensively by being crap on the ball as well. He shouldn't have picked them. But at the same time, these players sit there, right? They moan about not getting selected. They moan about not getting game time. They've done it on the previous managers. Let's not forget that as well. I get we can question the amount of selections and that he's made, right? I get it. 9 changes tonight. But then players also ask for game time. Then players also beg for game time. Then players also have moaned under managers for not getting game time. So when do we also sit here and also ask questions of these guys? You know what I mean? Like we can't just always keep putting it on the manager. We've done the same with Conte, and I keep saying this. The reality is the manager's going to want to make changes. Every manager does, but it's up to us to provide them with all the tools necessary. And I get it about the lineup at the start, but also let's not forget that these players beg for game time as well. So don't let them away.
Yeah. And we see a bunch of other teams make these changes and the manager doesn't get as punished for it. I think the original mistake does come from Ange, Moondog, and Foggy Foam. I appreciate your guys' support. And I also appreciate you guys bringing that up because Dave and I are very, we usually just, in these situations, we've been here so many times before that we just don't like to throw the manager under the bus because we've just seen it happen to other managers that it just feels silly to really throw him under the bus. But at the same time, you have to be fair and you have to acknowledge that the first mistake, in a way, came from Ange and deciding to make that many changes and deciding that maybe certain changes could be made in key areas that we just don't really have quality enough backups for. And that being Sanchez and potentially also left back for, Ben Davies. If he thinks that Ben Davies is better than Reguilon or whatever it is, I think he's paying the price for that. And he's paying the price for thinking that also Sanchez is good enough. But also in Sanchez's case, he's not made it easy on us because he's had moves, accepted for him to leave, and then he's just rejected them. So he is just always around to be picked, and then he is stalling our ability to move out a center back so that we can bring one in. And so there is that to think about. It's not really all on, I think, the club in this situation with Sanchez. Sanchez has done a very good job at trying to remain here as best he can, which means that he will continue to be picked. Because he's basically forced to do it, I think, Ange. But I agree. I think it's still, you have to be devil's advocate. Or you have to bring up, the other side of things. But in no way am I going to get any sort of doubt over Ange, or is no way is any sort of, real doubt creeping in for me over the guy, about it at all.
Look, you got to ask yourself, right? How comes there's so much drop off, so much in terms of performance from 1-11 to the next 11? Like if anyone's losing faith in Ange, I think that's silly. Look, for me, I think he's got to learn from this. He cannot do that again. He cannot put faith in players that have let him down tonight. He cannot do it, Jack. He's got to learn from that, right? At least. Just do not make that mistake again when the FA Cup comes around. Don't pick a Sanchez. Don't pick a Davies. People like that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Or make as many rotational changes. But again, at some point we have to accept we do have to make changes. You can't just go at the whole 11 week in, week out. We have to understand we have to get better squad depth. And on that, you got to go and look at the owners and how quickly they want to turn it around. Me and Jack have highlighted all summer long, about the need to get it done. And people said, give it time. That's time. He brought the whole squad on pre-season tour. I said, well, hang on, this ain't right. It's going to have knock-on effect into the season. Everyone else was there. Look, well, if this is what Ange wants to do and he has to be fair to everyone, this, that, and the other. Well, I told everybody there's going to be consequences to it. And there it is fucking tonight. That's the consequences of it. So, look, we can keep going through this manager merry-go-round cycle, but when do we come out the other end of it? When do we just give a manager a proper squad, that he can work with a bit of strength and depth, and then you'll see us come out the end of it. You look at other clubs, look how quickly Chelsea's turned around their squad, even in terms of outgoings. He doesn't care. He got them off the books one way or another. Arsenal under Arteta, look how quickly they revamped that squad. But we're here going into a 5th season, still with players that we know ain't good enough. That's going to be a part of the squad that the manager's going to select. Yeah,
well said. Moondog also said as well, I still back Ange, but I have to say what I see 100%. Moondog. And like I said, I think, maybe that was one thing I probably failed to mention is that as much as I'm more angry with, the players that have made the mistake today, I also have to accept that it could have been avoided by, the original picks from Ange. And, it's something you have to bring up. You have to be fair on both sides of it. And thank you for that, Moondog. And, you know, I completely agree with you. You just have to say what you see. You can't hold it back there. You know, and I know you still back Ange. Believe me, Moondog. I know you still back Ange, top man. Hopefully you keep well this evening. And I'm sorry, it's another cup exit for you, Moondog. Another one that you have to witness. And let's just hope that we learn our lessons for the next one in the FA Cup, my friend. Big up to you, though. Ange, Ben Wyatt says, Ange has a 4-year deal. He needs a few windows to get the squad he needs. We knew this, and tonight proves it. No panic from me. 100%, Ben. I'm not panicking at all when it comes to Ange. And to be fair, he's not going to get everything right. And there's going to be these moments where he's going to have, you know, realizations and sort of lessons. And this could be one of them where he had faith in certain players that they were good enough and they could have convinced him in one way or another. And he's now learned his lesson, hopefully, in some regard, or at least he's learned something different, learned something new when it comes to it. And I no way am I panicking on Ange. No way am I panicking on this. And he's got a long time to try to figure out where, you know, the right areas of investment are needed and where it's just simply not good enough. And he probably, I don't know if it's not, I mean, we have to learn. So we, you know, even Brian Socrates used to say, you know, how do we learn from this? And he's going to figure out ways to learn from this. He's going to look at what went wrong and what he could have maybe done differently in some of the team selection to prevent this next time. And that's all you can hope for at the end of the day.
The thing is, Ange will
he's very young into his tenure.
Ange will come out. Sorry, Ange will come out. He'll take full responsibility for this tonight. You watch, 100% he will do it. Other managers have done it in the past before him. But the biggest thing now is learning from it. Not everyone's here to play for you. Not everyone's here for you. You know, there are people here with their own motives and stuff like that. And I think now it's become evident. And look, just don't do that next time. You know, don't make so many drastic changes. Don't be fooled that everyone is here to help you and play for you and everyone loves you. You know, we've seen this with managers gone by before where people just pretend. Look, it's a learning lesson for Ange Postecoglou tonight.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben Wyatt. Thank you for your support, my friend. Top man.
Jack,
and it's a 4-year deal. No worries. Huge deal. A lot of time for him. And he's just going to learn from this, Ben. He's going to learn from it. Jack Williams says, another cup exit with a crap team and a crap performance, especially the first 45 minutes. Jack, at first I sort of thought, you know, what Dave's saying, that was the worst, you know, first 45 minutes he's ever seen from a team. I thought, you know what, Dave, you know, that's a little far. But now that I think more on it, it was some of the worst performances I've seen individually from certain players in this team. And I think Højbjerg, personally, I'm a huge backer of his, but that was one of the worst I've ever seen him play. Skip had a few moments where I just genuinely questioned him overall as a midfielder. It's just no way some of the passes, some of the touches that he made, and some of the decisions that he made is what a Premier League midfielder would make. Also, Perisic, I think, too, was just completely shocking today, as well as Solomon. Richarlison got his goal, which really was desperately needed, but really did have a very, very average and very lackluster game. And then the whole back line, apart from Mickey van de Ven, was pretty just average to really, really poor. Emerson, I think, was pretty poor for the majority of the game. He made some good tackles here and there and was all right defensively, but wasn't that great in possession. Sanchez was just poor in possession, poor defensively. And then you look at Ben Davies, who I just think was an absolute passenger the whole time and was also very, very easily taken on by Adama Traore. So especially the first 45 minutes, I agree. It was probably one of the first, you know, the more that I've reflect on it. Big up to Jack Williams. Hopefully you're keeping well. Tabata Duda says, after today's performance, will anyone be interested in buying these players? We clearly lack the courage to terminate their contracts. We lack the courage. We lack, I guess, just sort of that acceptance, really, to Tabata Duda. You just have to accept that you've made the mistake and that you've reached this scenario where you just have to just cut off the damage, you know, cut the bleeding, stop the bleeding, and just, you know, end the pain for everybody, for the club, for the manager, for the fans. And Spurs just don't seem willing to do that. And there's even an article released recently that said that Daniel Levy, for some reason or another, for his own stubbornness and whatnot, is willing to hang on to these expensive assets. It's dramatic of a loss that he's probably going to need to take. And it's holding us back. And it's sad that we've come to this situation where we have players that are holding on to these contracts as best they can, so they're not making it easy for us to get rid of them. But then also too, we don't have an owner that's really ruthless enough to get rid of them when it comes to this situation. When they're holding us hostage, when the players are holding us hostage, we don't have an owner that's ruthless enough to push them out of the club, and it's just this bad perpetual cycle.
I just hope it maybe gives them a bit of a wake-up call over the remaining days, Jack, on that. Because, look, you know, we do have to understand this, right? The owners aren't out on the football pitch. They can't take responsibility for that performance out there. But, you know, what I do hope, where they do take responsibility, is not maybe doing a lot of this sooner, you know, and getting ahead of it. You know, I spoke about the importance of doing a lot of this before pre-season to give everybody a chance and time to gel, this, that, and the other. But look, you know, hopefully it gives them a wake-up call now, Jack, that they just got to get tough on these last couple of days of the window, and they need to act, they need to get players out, and they need to get a few more in, so we do have that strength in depth. Because, look, I get Ange made 9 changes tonight, but realistically, when we carry injuries and suspensions, which we're going to do, these guys are going to step in. You can't blame Ange then, because it's what he's got to select from, you know.
No, you're spot
But
on.
even if he takes out Adoji and bring in Ben Davies, you're going to see that drop off in quality. If he takes out Basuma and plays Højbjerg in there because of a suspension and injury, you're going to see a massive drop off in quality. And you can't blame Ange Postecoglou then. But, you know, look, I'm just, again, we're here again. I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it, to be honest with you. But I just, as I said, hopefully it just gives the board a wake-up call now, Jack, to act a bit snappier now in the remaining days of this market.
No one's going to be interested in buying most of these players, dude. It's the problem we face, that nobody's really all that interested in them, and they're not interested in leaving. So now it's kind of up to the owner and, you know, the people in charge of the finances to figure out a way to push them out. And they don't seem willing, or, like you say, kind of courageous enough to do, though. Thank you for your support, Duda. And I'm sorry, yet again, it's another season for you as a fan, seeing Spurs get knocked out in another cup in a very similar way, to how we've seen it done in the past. Rayon loves anime, says, good game, guys. I'm imagining a Fulham fan. I must be honest, 2 atrocious performances from to both teams. I think if you were at the game or watched the game, Rayon, you know, my apologies to you, because I can't even imagine how many times, or I can't even count how many times, you know, the ball was passed out of, you know, bounds and stray passes and just shocking loose touches. And it was just a terrible display from both teams. Fulham defensively looked a lot better than us, to give them any credit. If I were to give them credit, they looked a lot better than us defensively. They had a good shape that seemed to cause us a lot of frustration, and also forced our players to really cower. Like, we really seemed to just lose confidence trying to face that defense. So credit to them for that. But at least going forward, you know, both teams were shocking going forward. So, but we didn't deserve anything. We did not deserve to win it. It would have been a snatch and grab, or a pretty undeserved win if we did end up winning that game.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't like saying that.
It was an atrocious game of football, Jack. It was boring. It was like watching 2 rugby teams asked to play football. It was that atrocious. You know, passes going astray, but mainly from the Tottenham side, right? You know, a lot of passes, overhit, underhit, hit out, you know, out of the pitch altogether, got out for throw-ins, miscontrols, left, right, and centre. Yeah, it was just a dire game of football. It was absolutely shocking, and it was very reminiscent of what we watched last season. When Jose's tenure came to an end. We just got to learn. We can't make these drastic changes. We just can't, unfortunately. Shit game of football.
Thank you, Rayon, for the support, my friend. Moondog says, on a plus side, did you have your Richie bet on, Dave?
I did, man, but I'll be honest, part of me doesn't even want to go and claim it, man. I'm just sick of coming out of these cups, you know. I really thought under Ange Postecoglou it would be different. I thought he'd be able to get some of them guys playing his sort of way. And look, it just hasn't worked out like that. I don't even want to claim it, if you want me to be brutally honest, lad. I don't really care about it. I'm just deflated. It's another cup exit, you know. And all we want as Spurs fans is just to come out of this mess. Just go on a cup run, have a good league performance, just have a good season, you know. I'm not, like I said, I'm just not going to bother collecting it, Moondog. I don't even want it. I just want to win, man. That's all I want. I just want a cup run.
Big up to you, Moondog. Hopefully you have something to take your
I'll tell
mind
you
off
what
of
I will
things
do with it.
this evening.
I'll tell you what I will do with it. I'll give it to a homeless person on the street tomorrow, and they can go in and collect it.
Just big up to you, Moondog. Hopefully you're keeping well, my man. Steve D says, member for 10 months as a flat cap member. Top man, Stevie D says, Ange, this is the Ange learning curve for sure. And then he also says, cups in the Prem are another level, or cups and the Premier League are another level.
When you're playing the Premier League team in the Cups, it's a different level than maybe when
okay.
Ange was playing, for Celtic against
Right.
a team in the Scottish, the same division as them in Scotland. Look, 100%, you're absolutely spot on there as well. It's a good point you make, Steve D. Look, I ain't losing faith in him. It was sort of self-inflicted by making the 9 changes. I don't put it all on him, though. At the end of the day, I think the players still have to come off and take, a large proportion of the blame as well. They're the ones put out there, perform. They're the ones paid massive amounts of money to perform. They're the ones that have moaned about different styles under different managers. We want to do this. We want to do that. We want to play this, that, and the other. Well, we got our reasons why they don't play, and hopefully them players accept the reasons why they don't play as well. Look, all round tonight, it was just one big shit show. Let's be honest. Poor recruitment around the summer, or not enough of it, and not enough of squad rotation has come back to cost us tonight. Ange Postecoglou maybe being a little bit naive and making the 9 substitutions have come back to cost us tonight. And a lot of the players that, are the backup brigade have come back to cost us tonight. Everyone takes the blame tonight, really. Everyone. There's multiple things that lead to this.
Yeah. Big up, Stevie D. And it's Andrew's going to have moments where he might make a mistake and he'll learn. And he'll also learn about the players, that certain ones can't be trusted, certain ones he can't rely upon, and he's going to have to look elsewhere to fill in somebody different. And this is all part of it, right? He's not going to get everything perfect. He's not going to get every step right along the way. And this is, I guess, one of them. Big ups, DVD. Moondog says, worst thing is, as soon as I saw the team, I knew this was going to happen. And there is a part of me that sort of sank a little bit when I did see Sanchez picked into the team. We had a long conversation previously, Moondog, that the key sort of was keeping that defense pretty much unchanged and not making too many changes to the back line, knowing that Fulham are a Premier League level side, like Steve D brought up there, but also that the drop in quality, when you see Romero get out of the team and someone else fill in, it's just too big. The drop in quality is too big, and we saw it cost us today, and we paid the price for it. And I think we also learned a lot about certain midfielders. I think, again, this was probably, of all of Skip's bad performances, this was really probably takes the cake, I think, for some of them. And there were other players as well that I think we definitely learned a bit about for, just having really bad performances. But I think there was a part of me when I saw that lineup when I was with Dave in the back end setting up the stream, when I did, see Sanchez in it. There was I kept the faith, Dave. I'm a bit delusional, but I mean, there was a part in me that did sink a little when I, did see him in the team. No.
Look, Jack, we knew. We spoke about it beforehand. We said if Sanchez plays, we're screwed. Look, like I said, it wasn't on him. I think Brain said it, before the game as well. If you make 8, 9, 10 changes tonight, you're going to cost yourselves the game. And ultimately, Brains was right, and it's come back to haunt us. It has. Yep. Brains absolutely nailed it. But, look, it's just familiar territory again. And the thing is, we can sit here, we can look for individuals to blame. I can blame Sanchez, someone else can blame Davies, someone else can blame Ange, someone else can go and blame the board and Daniel Levy. The reality is, everything's a bit of everything is true, really, on this one tonight. A bit of everything. Everything thrown into the mix is what leads to this. It's just sad. But look, we got to learn from it. At the end of the day, Ange Postecoglou is our manager. He's here for 4 years. I'm still 100% behind him. For me, I don't think we should be sitting here calling his future into question, because the reality is he'll change the 11 for Burnley at the weekend and we look like a complete different team again, and everyone will be back behind it. We just got to accept tonight, maybe the squad isn't as deep or as good as we thought it was. On all sides, everyone sort of has had conversations that this player is good enough, this player isn't, this one is, this one isn't. At the end of the day, we've seen that none of them sort of players are good enough, right? They just don't have it. They don't have the heart, they don't have the desire, there, and they all think they're too good to be out there. That's the reality of it. So I think tonight it's a learning curve. We've got to dust ourselves down, move on. We've got a game at the weekend. It's sad that we've gone out tonight. I'm as angry as everybody else, but what can you do? What can we
Yeah.
do about it? It's done now. And
You
at the end of
can
the day, we can pull out individuals, but it is a mix of absolutely everything that we've got wrong coming back to haunt us. And it's a mix of everyone. The board, the chairman, Ange Postecoglou,
Yep.
the players that were selected there tonight, the people that have failed in the transfer market to get players out so we can bring more in. It's just a culmination of everything. But at the end of the day, I'm still 100% behind Ange. He's not going to be perfect either. He's going to make mistakes. He'll learn from tonight. I guarantee you won't see some of them guys selecting anymore either. So look, we just gotta move forward, Jack. We got a chance at the weekend to watch a whole new 11 and hopefully go and play some saucy ball.
Yeah, let's hope that we play some saucy ball, and yeah, he's going to learn from it. And I think you can be upset about it in the moment right now, but we can't let it bog us down for the rest of the week. And it's also, even Ange said himself, I think he even said there's no point in really talking about it all that deeply with the players, because now that you're out, you cost it, it's over. So I like his sort of attitude about it in the first place. And I imagine he's very angry with how this has gone. And hopefully he, learns from it. And sadly, he is going to probably take the blame for it. And he should probably take some, blame for it with all the mistakes or all the changes that he made. But a lot of the mistakes, also, of course, fall on the players as well.
I just hope that's, amongst everything else, the conversations that'll be had, and you're going to have heroes that are going to step up and take the blame. You're going to have, losers that are going to shy away from the blame. But I just hope that in amongst everything, that someone inside that dressing room stands there and takes a moment to think about the fans, how the fans are feeling, how the fans are fed up with this, how the fans don't think it's acceptable, and that they want to go out and do better for the fans, because we're the ones that are left, with our adulation for this club. Players come and go. All we ask for them is to hold the jersey in the highest esteem while they're here. And I just hope someone in amongst that has a thought for the fans today, or even mentions the fans today and brings it up. And then hopefully, maybe it might get a few of them to maybe tweak their mindset and go on. Because at the end of the day, we do love these guys. They know that. Look at the adulation some of them have got the last 3-4 weeks, and it's about time they start paying some of that back. So I just hope someone remembers that, we're hurting tonight. We're pissed off. We're upset, and we've been here before. What are they going to do about it?
Yeah. Everybody, I think we might just wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Call it an evening. Please smash that like button if you haven't. But hopefully you guys have something to sort of take your mind off of things for the rest of the evening. And as well, I guess it's just another cup that we see us go out in a very similar way, which is frustrating, because it's I wish it was done in a different way. I'd like to see it not be as, scriptedly obvious and scriptedly similar to how it's, happened in the past. But, it's just now another opportunity to make it more obvious to where our problems are and for this one. It's our first loss now of the season. We'll take it. We'll move in stride into the Burnley game. We hope to see plenty of you guys there for that one as well. And thank you as well, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to Dark Sun G. Thank you as well to, I believe it's Stevie D, Top Man, Moondog, Tabata Duda, Jack Williams, Ben Wyatt, Foggy Foam, Jacob Anderson, Al Ben, Welsh Gal as well, Paul Markey, Sean Mitchell. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It really does go a long way in keeping these watch-alongs moving. You can tell, we're trying to make it better and, look nicer, and, we're going to continue to try to improve in that regard as well. But it is down to a lot of the support that you guys give us. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We'll see you all back here tomorrow at some point. I need to go for a walk tomorrow, clear my head after that. But look, we'll be back here at some point with a post-mortem of some sort, I'm sure. Look, that's it from us. Go and get some sleep. I know everyone's got work tomorrow. Thanks very much for your time. Sadly, we've been here too many times before. But look, we'll talk about it more tomorrow. Have a good evening.